everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Stay Fishy Friday live stream. I've been waiting for this all week long.
I was just going to text hi, everybody, and then all of a sudden he turns the camera on.
You said it was 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, that's why I did that. Anyway. Hi, everybody.
Look at all the mods we have here. Is there anybody on here not a mod?
It's a wrench convention.
Turn your volume down. We got Lorenz Corthot. We got Bob Taylor. Joanna Nellis. And that's it. Everybody else is and Ross Dingle. We have 4 people that aren't mods on here. Oh my God. We got 51 people.
Ross is wearing the #1 crown.
Well, that's the people that have texted. So if all 51 people texted, we see a lot more or less mods. See, like Masonic right there just said, how you doing today? I'm feeling great. Got my hair cut. I'm down a few pounds. I'm feeling great. Gracie says, we are the mod squad.
Yeah, kind of off the screen.
Yeah, let me move that. I got touch. There you go. That's it. Now that'll fix that. I changed things around so you can see how I've got the starting screen under here.
Yeah.
And then if I do this, I've got all of our, like the webcam and the backgrounds all right here. And if I move this over, I've got other things over here. So, yeah, it works out well.
Now that he's through explaining the screen to me. Hi, people. We are.
I love the countryside, sea, and sky. It says, hello, everyone from the UK. Has anyone heard from Bambi? No, we have not. Drinking word. Raheem, go ahead and pick, says Sue-Ann. Harley Jim says, wow, I just got notified it started. A little late there.
Yes, birthdays.
Deb Charge says, nice shirt, Rich. There you go. Sean Savory, save everything and things. Says, yeah. Are you taking those injections for weight loss? If so, what are you taking? I am not. I am just doing carnivore. I eat meat when I eat, and I only eat within a 6-hour period from noon until 6. It's the only time I'll eat, and I'll eat very small portions, like every 2 hours.
All right, the Wicked Gypsy. She gives us $5 and says, happy birthday, Raheem.
Oh, it's Raheem's birthday today. I didn't remember. I said happy birthday on his Facebook thing. Yeah, so happy birthday, Raheem.
But that's why you're picking the drinking word tonight, Raheem.
Also, thank you, Lori. That's amazing of you. Lorenz Cortot says, is Will Star still alive? Yes. And he just went through a tragedy. His dad passed away. For the last 2 weeks, he's been not really talkative. So he's going through it right now.
Oh, that's his family at $5. Says happy Fishy Friday.
Happy Fishy Friday. That's his family. Raheem is also known as AJ and
whatever.
Volodka. Says thank you, Big Rich.
I'm getting tired of the alphabet soup.
Yeah, I come on today and I'm like, I see something new. It was what was it? Here, let me go back to it. I'm going. Hang on.
Yeah, she just gave $5.
Yeah, it's one of these. Okay, so let's go to this one.
There she is.
Okay, who's the Wicked Gypsy? I'm like, wow, I've never heard that name before. And I look at the picture, I'm like, that's Lori. I should have known it said Gypsy in the title. That's Lori. Get back to all chat. Live chat, there we go. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Where did we leave off? Okay, there's his family there. Timothy Leach says, what are you always drinking in your cup? This is Pinnacle vodka with a pack of grape crush and filled up with water. 0 carbs, 0 calories, still get that buzz. Every Friday night. I allow myself 3 cups. There's my 3 cups. Put them back down without spilling them.
Congratulations.
Craig Hawk says, hey, Rich, intermittent fasting fixed my blood pressure and other issues. Well, see, what I did was I took carnivore, and they want you to keep under like 50 carbs a day. I do 0 carbs a day. And then I do the intermittent fasting at the same time. I only eat with that 6-hour period, window. Except for sometimes, like Thanksgiving, screws up my diet. Or when you get drunk on Friday night, you might go to the fridge and grab something out of there and eat at midnight when you're done, That's the only times it screws up for me. So
that's the 4th cup. Yeah, the 3 cups for the live stream, and then the 4th cup and you eat.
Okay. So yeah, people say a lot of if you're big and you go on a diet, you'll lose your diabetes. You'll your whatever that is where your feet and legs swell up, that goes away. All the pains in your body go away. And I'm telling you, I've lost 61 pounds, and it's easier for me to get up out of bed. It's easier for me to get up out of a chair. It's easier for me to walk. It don't hurt my feet as much. And it's just everything's better, skinnier. You gotta try it. Yeah, here's the thing. When you get older, the only thing that's good to you is food. It never lets you down. It always good. You know what I'm saying? So it's always there. It's comfort, You get bored. What are you going to do? Let's eat. You go on a date. What do you want to do? Let's go out to eat. It's always eating as you get older. When you're young, you're running. Let's go to the park. Let's go here. Let's go play some ball. Let's go do this.
Sounds like a good idea.
So you don't think about it. As we get older, everything is based around food. Hey, there's that new place. Let's go try it out. It's all about food. And it's hard to go without because you are depriving yourself of pleasure, and it's hard. But I'd rather be skinny and alone than big and alone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying.
I explained to somebody from the UK what grape crush is.
Grape Crush is you go to the store and you can get all these different things. There's a box of this. There's Sun Kiss. There's Crush. There's it's just a drink mix. Powdered drink mix, and there's 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 anything, and it's just a water flavoring that you can add to your water. Arlie says losing that weight's good for your insides too, especially your heart. Beth Garrett says, I haven't been able to get in here. I have been taking care of my grandma so she doesn't need to leave her house 24/7. I think in the past year I've left her maybe 10 times. Nice to see you. I feel your pain. I haven't left this house in so long, because, okay, the last 2 weeks, the nurses called off on Thanksgiving, and then the day after, then the weekend nurse called off the whole weekend, and I had to work an extra 40 hours on top of my 64 that I normally work, and that's without doing any community service, and I had a bunch of community service over all week long. So we've had, it's been crazy. So last week I probably worked maybe 126 hours, 130 hours, something like that, and the week before, I did my 64, and then there was like 30 hours that I had to fill in. And, all these nurses calling off for all this stuff, it's been killing me. And then, it's just, I don't know. So I never get to leave. Like today, I was out of alcohol. I haven't had alcohol in a few days, but I needed some for tonight. Otherwise, this show would be boring. Trust me. So, I ended up door dashing. I found a beverage store that would sell the 80 proof, not the 40 proof, So I found that, and I spent a little extra so that I can, Summerlee says, Rich broke out the Floby. I sure did. I'm sitting there all day. I was, but look how short it is. It's like 2 inches short now. I had a big handful of gray hair. I'm like, wow, I cut off a lot of gray, you know? It was just like, wow. And I threw it in the trash. Jens Carlson says, eat and hit the gym. I do not hit the gym. I do not have places. My son brought me over a bunch of different barbells, dumbbells, so that I can, right, you know, every time I go to take a shower, right before that, I'll just sit out there and I'll start working out my arms and stuff because he wants my upper body to be bigger. He made fun of me. He goes, look at your shirt. Hello, hello. And he's echoing like there's echoes up there because his muscles fill out his shirt muscle and it's all tight, you know? I'm like, I'm too old to be all swole. You know what I'm saying? Greg Hawk says, I'd never believed that what I'd call minimal weight loss would be this game changer. It definitely is. You know, I walk around now, and I know I'm still thick, but I walk around peacocking because I feel thin, you know? I do. It's crazy. Can one still buy the Floby? Yes, of course. They're about, I don't know, $150 on eBay. I've seen them as cheap as 125. Love the country sides and sky. Says can't drink grape crush. I have health problems. Can you drink any kind of water flavoring? I just happen to like the grape crush. I like the peach. I like the watermelon. I like the melon. But they're different brands of each one. You know, like the melon is a Giant Eagle brand. It's just an off-name brand, but it's so good. Every once in a while, you run across an off-name brand something that's really good. That's one of them. And then the watermelon is, I believe it's Sunkissed. The strawberry Sunkissed, that's good. I like the grape from, I don't like Sunkissed grape. I like the grape from Crush. It tastes like my dad's old grapes that he left on the vine after he took off everything he needed to make the wine that he was making. Craig Hawk says, hey, Rich, you and I used to trade messages about our girls. I lost mine in 2020. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I haven't been here in a while. How's your girl doing? She's still progressing. She's at the very top. She came out of, a coma, and then she was in a vegetative state, but the worst. And then she advanced through the whole vegetative state, and she's at the top of the vegetative state, getting ready to move into the minimally conscious state. And she's stuck right there for the last, 6 months or so. She isn't, to move on, she needs to be able to tell the doctor yes or no by blinking her eyes, squeezing a hand, closing her eyes, something. And we find that she's able to do that only when she's in these moments of clarity. Like, I'll come through there one time and I can change her and she'll just be staring off. Another time I'll kiss her good morning on her forehead, and she'll wake up and look right at me, and I'm like, oh, you're there, hi honey, and I start talking to her and stuff, and she's just so in tune. She does follow me with her eyes around the bed and all that kind of stuff, and she is but only in them moments of clarity. So I don't know, she's doing good. Gracie Yago says, we had a grapevine too. Also, and my dad made homemade wine with big 5-gallon buckets of it. My dad did the same thing. And here's the thing. After he took all the grapes off that he'd make for his wine, all the rest of the grapes on the vine would get so big and plump and they'd split. Oh my God, they were the best grapes on the planet. They were so just like, they taste like this grape crush right here. Sweetened grapes. It was so good. Summerly says, are we on to the Tracy update? Not till 6:30. I'm trying to get it to be consistent every week at 6:30 for the Tracy update.
He's almost got on it twice now, so
I'm getting close. DTK Noxton says, Rich, what's your go-to peach water flavoring brand? That is um they sell it at General Dollar. I don't know the brand of it. I can go look, but man, it's so good. Oh my god. I switched between the melon, which I love. It's like cantaloupe flavor, honeydew melon. It tastes like that, to the watermelon, to the peach, and then I'm back to the grape all the time.
In different countries, some outlaw chemicals that we don't, and we outlaw some they don't, you know. So it depends on, sometimes it's just the color.
I don't know what Bob's saying here. Bob Taylor says the only way recent activity was visible was to wait for someone else to post. I post every other day, except for Saturday and Sunday. I post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every single week.
Well, I think that's part of a side conversation about what they're using.
Well, it says the only way recent activity was visible was to wait for someone else to post. And that's not true. That's not true.
Not us. On their server, they were using.
Yeah, I don't know what that means to you. I don't think you know what that means.
No, there was a side conversation about somebody's server not working.
That has nothing to do with watching our videos. Zohab
that
Shah
has
says,
to do with watching our videos.
do the fish in the pool eat the cichlids? I have always been curious. You know what? Every once in a while, like back when Brutus was here, he got smart enough to where when we throw in food, all the cichlids would come around. He wouldn't pop after the food no more. He would seek back about a foot down, and he'd watch the cichlids come in, and he'd take a cichlid or two. And we were like, you sneaky little bastard, you know? But for the most part, they don't go after it, because if you're a big fish, you don't want to expend the energy to run after this fast little fish when we're throwing in globs of meat for you, you know? So they just come up top and take the meat, and then they go back down and sit on bottom. As long as we keep them fed, they have no reason to chase after these little fish.
Basically, they'll eat them if they can catch them, but they why bother to catch them?
Right. Aggressive Fish Lover says, I need a pair of reading glasses as well. Looks like you and Jerry got a deal on the same kind. May chance you can get me a set. I bought these from America's Best glasses, buy one, get one free, and it cost me like, I don't know, $220 for the exam and then 2 pair of glasses. And they are not reading glasses. I can't see you now. I can see myself in the screen right here, and I see, my white arm moving, but my dark shirt matches in with the dark background, and the only thing I can see of Jerry is his face because it's all bright white. This is all so blurry. I couldn't read any of this. I got to put these back on. Now I can read that. But if I want to see my phone, I have to take these off to be able to read this. I can read up close. I can't through these glasses.
That's what I was trying to. They were talking about Discord servers.
Okay.
That's what that comment was about. They weren't able to catch you on Discord. Somebody's server was messing up.
OFR has a Discord? Really? Go over to Discord.
People saying they're watching it on Discord.
Really? Let me see if Jackie started it.
YouTube through Discord. Oh, thanks, Craig.
Hey, did you start us OFR Discord? It went nowhere. All these people are talking about how they're watching it on Discord tonight. I'm like, I don't think so. We don't have a Discord. Josh did make a Discord. He said it went nowhere, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe that's why they can't get it on it.
Yeah, that was it. I just wanted to know if you made a Discord because I'm like, you people are crazy. Okay, bye. Summer Lee says, I sent you a friend request years ago, Rich. You know what? I think there's 5,000 friends on Facebook, and there's shit, I don't know. Let me look at the friend requests. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and I can't go through. If it's somebody that I deal with, I don't know your name on Facebook if it's different from here. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let me know. Hey, Rich, I just sent you a friend request. Let me go on here. Here to this. All right, friends. Where's all friends? Come on now. Let me go to my page. There we go. 6.8 thousand people following me. Friends are 4,988 friends. So what's your name on there? I mean, you're one name here and you're one name there. How am I supposed to know? You know? Discord's nice because we can send pictures and things to each other and that kind of stuff where you can't do on this chat. Aggressive Fish Lover says the Discord link is on your OnlyFans page. We have an OnlyFans page? I didn't know that either. What the hell?
Stop and look and see what you're tangled up in here. No, Raheem still hasn't picked a drinking word.
Come on, Raheem, you're slacking, brother. What's a drinking word? If it was up to me, it'd be Beefcake Bob. Only because it really upsets him.
Right.
And I think at 5,000 friends, it won't let me add no more, so I have to go in and delete some people to add somebody new. You know what I'm saying? Ross Dingle says, maybe Josh made one of those too. I'd like to see it. Let me see. You go to OnlyFans. Boom. Okay, I'm there. Now.
Yeah, I like Tall Mac's idea. Wouldn't it be only fins?
That should be. I know we have an OnlyFans account.
Well, that's
It won't let me search unless I sign in. I don't have a OnlyFans sign in.
already tied up because we're all live right now.
Okay, I don't know. You have to look up and see if we have it.
Family 4199.
Yeah, Rich and Jerry, is it normal for a blackmore to lose their black color? They can.
Yeah.
Goldfish, Ryanda, Arandas, Ryukins, all of them. They do change colors. It's brought on by stress or change of things or change of water conditions. Next thing you know, you're all yellow or all orange. Ryukin has now got black spots all over him, or your all black moor has now got spots on his tail or on his side. It does happen. There's nothing really you can do about it.
The more light they get, the lighter color they are, and they're trying to hide in their background. Put him in the dark, he'll turn black again. I see it happen.
The drinking word is cake.
All
Cake
right.
is good. Cake, everybody.
Everybody eat some cake. I turn in.
Let's gain some weight up here in this bitch.
See, all you guys talking about losing weight? I'm trying to gain weight.
All right, so we're caught up. We go here. 6:25. We got 5 more minutes for
Birthday drinking.
Oh man, look at that bike. My son's sending me pictures of bikes. Look at that one.
Ouch.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's like rolling flame.
Well, it's 34,000, but damn, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It won't turn sideways. Damn, Richie, that's beautiful. I love that bike.
Bob Taylor had the twist. They called it beefcake.
I vote on beefcake. Oh yeah, I remember Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. It was a big deal in my day.
Anybody who can make their living being a slime ball is all right by me. You made a good
Yeah, the
slime
black
ball.
is nice, but not flashy enough. That red one just goes, ooh, ah.
Oh,
That red bike is beautiful.
it is.
And there's the black one he sent. See, I've got my Harley now that I love. Josh has got his Harley. Richie's looking for his Harley now.
All right. If I have to give me a trike.
Us three boys are going to take off looking good, and Jerry going to be behind us in a Volkswagen trike.
No, it ain't gonna be no Volkswagen trike. A beefed up 80-inch knucklehead with a 6-speed tranny. I'll keep up with you.
I don't think so. Mine's a 117, 6-speed Baker.
Well, I'll catch up with you out on the freeway.
You'll catch up later.
in sixth gear. No, Jerry don't ride sidecar.
Yeah, a sidecar is when you ride bitch. Jerry don't ride bitch.
No.
Deb Charge out of nowhere goes, Jerry wants pancakes. Let me ask you, do you want
depth
pancakes?
charge. Yay, depth charge.
Yeah, he always wants pancakes. That's a fact.
Oh, Sue Ann got me last week without even knowing it. The next day, my phone says, your food is on the front step. And it's from a post that Sue Ann left me the day before during her Fishy
Oh, so you
Friday.
thought you had food?
And I'm going, what the hell? Somebody dropped off food on my front.
Did you get up out of bed and go all the way out there?
Hell no. No, it was during the day, but it didn't take me long to realize what it was, but it got me originally.
Craig Hawk says, all right, Rich, and the audience, when you hit your ideal weight, you will struggle to maintain it, meaning you'll be trying to gain weight. See, here's the problem. Like, Thanksgiving came in. I was steadily losing weight. I got down to 279. Thanksgiving comes, I'm back to 285. A week and a half later, I'm back down to 279. Now I can start losing weight again. Okay, it takes that long. It takes that much, and that's if you're adamant about it. I mean, I'm going all the time. He knows I will not eat no bread. I won't eat no donuts, no cookies, no candy, no nothing. I don't do it, and I'm just eating meat and trying to stay on my diet. But with all that food for Thanksgiving, and then once you say screw it and you taste the stuffing with the gravy on it, you're like, give me some mashed potatoes. Want some corn with that, and there goes all the carbs. And what it does is it destroys your diet that you're in, because you're in a ketosis type diet where you're not taking in no carbs, and you are in ketosis in your body, and you're burning fat. Well, once you get out of that by supplying carbs to your body, now it takes at least 3 days to get back into ketosis of burning fat. And the first day, once you start eating, the next day when you want to stop eating, you're fucking hungry as shit. It's this second day and the third day you're not so hungry no more. And once you're burning ketosis, you're really not hungry.
Hey,
it's not that bad.
The munchies.
It's not that bad. I can go 17 days without hardly eating nothing at all, and I'm not hungry. And I've got more energy than normal. That's ketosis. That works great for you. But once you screw it up, I'll just eat one donut. No, that screws you up for the next 3 days. No matter what you eat, you got to get back into ketosis. So it's hard. I screwed it up for when Sue Ann and Deb Charge came out here. I screwed it up again for Thanksgiving, and now I'm back into it, and I'm doing good now. But I've got all these leftovers. I'm trying to pawn off on everybody because I hate throwing food away. So finally we're done with all that, and I've got all this food now. I've got everything to make a hillbilly breakfast. Sausage patties, sausage links, ham, biscuits and gravy, eggs, pancakes. I've got all this sitting in there, and it's going to go bad if I don't cook it up. But I have to be strong enough not to eat any of that other than some of the pieces of meat, and cook it for everybody and get that over with. Well, I've also got the ham left over from, Saturday. It was our Thanksgiving. So it's been in the fridge ever since. It's been wrapped up, and it's a big chunk of ham and the bone sticking out. So I'm making ham hocks and pinto beans tonight. The pinto beans are right now soaking. They have to soak for 8 hours. And by the time Jerry wakes up tomorrow, he's going to have some ham hocks, pinto beans, and cornbread.
I'm gonna have me a Western breakfast.
So yeah, it is a struggle to keep it that weight, but you got to know what you want. Do you want to enjoy yourself, or do you want to be skinny? You know, I don't want to be fat no more. I'm tired of it. Oh, look at all the pancakes, Jerry. Fuck you, Raheem. That looks so good, don't it?
Yeah, it does. Big stack of sourdoughs.
And look at all the syrup hanging off of it, the butter on. Oh my God.
That's got to be good Irish bread.
Craig Hawk says he's been on 3 years of carnivore and 1 meal a day to stay the course. Do you do 24 to 48 hour fasts? Those are helpful and wonderful spiritually. Not really. I mean, I did to get on it, like, that first 3 days, I'll go, a week without eating at all. And then I'll come back onto it by doing carnivore. And I kick carnivore in its ass. I do the intermittent fasting, which means I only eat the 6 hours a day. And then I also eat 0 carbs instead of their 50 they suggest,
Good point. Depth
So-
charge, Team Tracy.
Oh yeah, 6:32. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. All right, so 6:30 guys, we got to do the Tracy update. This week has been insane with all the nurses calling off and me having to watch her and this and that. And then we had a weekend nurse that came in. And I told her that there is the tip of a pen, a little purple spot on the spot on her back, right where your butt crack ends, right above that. It's called the coccyx region. When she came home from the nursing home, she had this huge bed sore. And I'm telling you, it was 1.5 inches thick, black necrotic skin. I had to pack it with stuff. I had to cover it with stuff. The things I had to pack it with would eat necrotic skin. And it was black. It was nasty. These people at the nursing homes fucking sucked. So it took me 7 months to clear this up. Well, now she's got right above her butt crack, it looks like a little tornado of scar tissue. Well, if anybody leaves her on her back too long, she'll start to get a little purple spot in the middle. And whenever we've seen that, we keep her from side to side now, not on her back. And that little purple spot in the middle, it'll pop off a little piece of skin, and that'll be it. It'll be done. Well, we told the weekend nurse this, and she's here 12 hours one day, 12 hours the next day. And Thursday, we noticed the little purple spot about the size of the tip of a pen. And then Friday came in, Marion came in, she goes, oh, it looks much better, you've done great, because I keep her from one side or the other. And then Saturday and Sunday was the weekend nurse, and all of a sudden, Monday or Sunday night, Marion comes back, and it's the size of almost a dime, and it's got like an 1/8 inch of skin missing, and it's a bona fide bed sore. The first one we've had in 4.5 years she's been here. But that's because of the weekend nurse, not us, So my weekday nurse, she's really mad. All the other nurses are mad. Everybody's mad, but all we can do is we put pink salve on it, and then I cover it with a Band-Aid so that no urine or anything from diaper can get to it, and keep it nice and clean. And it's healing up. It's scabbed over and it's doing good now. But, it's just that you trust somebody, and then it just, I liked saying that she's been home 4.5 years and not one bed sore. I can't say that no more. Whether it's my fault or not, I still can't say that now. Now, the only thing I can say is 4.5 years, she's only had one start of a bed sore, It's not a big, huge purple thing. It's not swollen up. It's not necrotic skin. It's not like a bed sore. It's just where that scar tissue from her old bed sore has barely got any blood flow through it because it's scar tissue. And if you lay her on her back too long, that'll slough off, and it looks like somebody wiped her skin and the skin, brushed off in that spot. because it was too. It's not fed with blood,
Yeah,
you
in
know.
all reality, it's still healing from the first one.
Right. So, but other than that, she's doing great. She's doing good. She's 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 such a little character. I told her the other day. I'm like, 'cause it was one of her coherent moments, right? And she gives us this thing called a stink face. Like, if I'll start talking over here and it's too loud, she'll go. She turns her head away from me, right? She'll do it to the nurse, and the nurse will be like wiping her mouth or something. She turns her face away. Well, I'm talking to her and she's being so alive. I'm like, honey, I miss you so much. I can't wait for you to come back. You can play with your granddaughter. You can play with your new grandson. We'll go to the store. We'll buy him all the toys together you want, blah, blah, blah. And then, you can actually sleep in our bed and, we can fool around again. And she goes, turn her face away from me.
Perfect.
I'm like, oh, that's horrible,
Perfect.
Tiny. That's horrible. No, you used to love fooling around. The nurse just started laughing her ass off at me. I'm like, I swear she loved fooling around before. So, and here's the thing. I see, Harley Gem says it's unnecessary to have bed sores, but I have a air mattress that fills up different things, every 30 seconds, different, air parts. There's like balloons under there and they fill it up, and it's a big, thick air mattress. They have air toppers that only do like, I don't know, a little section this big and it blows up maybe an inch. Well, these are whole balloons, baffles basically, that these 10 will go down and these 10 will raise up. Then these 10 will go down and these 10 raise up to make sure she's not got any pressure on one point at all.
When he was playing with it, man, I think that thing shifts her whole body weight.
Yeah, it does. So, I'm still, I got that on there. And then if that ever, like the electricity went out and she sank down because the air went out, I've got a 2-inch foam mattress pad underneath that so that she never hits the metal framing of the bed. And you'd think that's good enough if a nurse didn't move her, for me, I do it every 2 hours. I have an alarm set every 2 hours. She gets changed or turned. And, for the day nurse, she does that. And it's just, I guess the weekend nurse didn't see that or something. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I don't know. The point is, she got a little start of a bed sore, and it's already healing up. It's scabbed over, and everything's good. We're putting pink salve on it every day, plus a duoderm. That's what's called a little Band-Aid over it. And she's healing up really well, and it's getting smaller every day. So, it's just something that happened that it was not in my control. I mean, I trusted the nurse. I should have been out there checking on her more. But, she's been here a while, and I thought she was doing great. So, I don't know. Summer Lee says, Tracy's still giving you a hard time. I can hear her say, I'm going to kick your ass, Rich. Oh, my God. I used to run from her, and she'd chase me with like a wooden spoon or something, and I'm laughing my ass off. Because, she was so cute. She'd get so mad about different things. And, when she got mad, she'd like stomp her feet. I'm going to kick your ass. And it was just so cute. I'd start laughing, and she'd run after me. She'd get mad that I'm laughing at her. It was so cute. Sharona Burra says, will you be putting up a Christmas tree, your beautiful lady? And do you ever play music for her? Some quiet Christmas music? Well, as of right now, we already got the Christmas tree up. We always put it up the day after we do Thanksgiving dinner. I haven't done it the last couple of years because Tracy's here and that's that. And the kids have moved out, But Josh said this year, he goes, no, Dad, we're not going to do that. Your grandkids need to see Grandpa celebrating Christmas. You're going to have the tree up, blah, blah, blah. So they did this, they came over, we ate, we cooked, we did all that. And then all the kids got together and started bringing up all the Christmas stuff. And we let Alora tell us how to decorate it. So usually my tree is themed. One year it's got purple garland around, purple, ornaments and stuff, and, lights all through it, this and that, and then tinsel. And next year it's red, and the other year it's gold trimmed, And you know, they start putting up ornaments. I'm like, hey, you guys, you're putting up ornaments. There's no garland on the tree. And Josh is like, Dad, let her decorate it the way she wants. So my tree was decorated by a 3-year-old girl, and you know, it looks cool. It looks cute.
That's a good theme.
But wait, once they left, I went looking at it. We got the train set up all the way around it. We got everything set up. The tree's looking good. The whole back side of the tree's got no ornaments on it. This whole tree's going to fall forward. So yesterday I had Joyce here. I had her take a bunch of ornaments, put on the back side, you know. And then we have a second tree. It's about 3 foot, and it's in the room with Tracy. Right, here's her bed. Right in front of her bed is the refrigerator for the nurses. It's on top of the refrigerator. And we decorated in there. We got things hanging, tinsel and garland all over the place. And we do play music for her. You know, like right now she's listening to music. Let me see. It's 6:42. We're going to have a nurse here soon. Let me go back in on Tracy. Wayne's view. Because I can hear her. I don't need to monitor her. I can hear her. She's right down the hall right here. So.
Hey, your monitor's
Oh, the nurse is already here. Hi, Beatrice.
Your monitor's still in the monster pond.
No, it's right there. I can see Tracy. Oh, you mean the big red one?
The pink thing.
Yeah. It's, don't you say pink. That's red.
That's pink.
That's red.
That's okay, Beefcake Bob.
All right, so I ain't got to worry about Tracy.
No.
Beatrice is here.
I just get through calling you Beefcake Bob, and then somebody wants to take time out to tell you how handsome you are.
That was all
About
joking.
timing.
Did you see all the remarks today? Oh my God, I laughed my ass off. I was telling Joyce
he
that
needs a smoking jacket and his Playboy slippers, and too bad he don't smoke a pipe.
I was telling Joyce that, you know, hey, you're a young girl. Most of my following is, you know, 25 to 70-year-old men. They're all going to say something about you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's never videoed before. She videos one time. And then, you know, all these people say, oh, so what a great video. She's done so good. You should hire her, blah, 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 all this stuff. And, oh, she's easy on the eyes. Oh, she's great looking, blah, blah, blah. And I tell her, you know, on today's video, I'm like, you know what? I don't never get that. No one ever says, Rich, you're easy on the eyes, or you're hot, Rich, or blah, anything. And I got all these comments today. Made me laugh my ass off. I loved it. It was hilarious. One guy's like, yo, you're very easy on the eyes. It's the gayest thing I've ever said. I laughed out loud at that. I had to respond to it. Oh my God. You guys were awesome. That was funny as shit today. Rescues in Michigan soon? No, we do not. Sorry. We're going to New Jersey in the next 2 weeks. Is the next rescue. But you know, we got garland all throughout the house. I got some stockings hanging. I got the dancing Santas up. You know, it's all decorated. It's all good. And I've got more stuff downstairs that if the community service people would have shown up today, we would have went down there and brought out more, because now I've got everything put away. Everything's out and being designed. So it looks good. We can add more, you know, so. Okay, Nate says, you got to set up the train again. I got a train under mine right now. Train's all set up. There's probably 13 cars to it. You know, it blows a horn when you start it, and Santa goes ho, 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 and every car has moving parts and lights blinking and all this stuff. Every car is a different kind of car. It's awesome. Well, Laura loved it.
Too bad we don't have room to set up the other one.
Oh, the big one? Yeah. She can ride that one. Marissa says, hope you all have a great night. Going to a concert tonight? You'd rather go to a concert than hang out with Big Rich? Are you serious?
Eat cake, Marissa.
Everyone wants to know who you're going to see. Who's more important than Big Rich? What the hell? She says Atches to Amber and a few other bands. So that ain't more important than Big Rich. The hell, woman?
She's not there for the band. She's there for the party.
Yeah. Joanna Nell says, I had to get a smaller tree because my damn cats destroyed my big one. See, that's one thing I don't put up with. If I'm taking care of an animal and you're my buddy, and you destroy my shit, I'm sorry. I don't want you around. You know, you're here to make life better, not worse. And then, you know, let's say we have, you know, 3 dogs out there and they're pissing all over the place. I'll get rid of them because, you know, no dog should piss in my house. You know, if anything, they're there to protect and serve and help us. And, you know, I'll find the dog that will do that, you know.
Sometimes they won't stop pissing in their house as long as the smell's there and you can't get rid of the smell.
Right.
You got no choice in the matter. It's their choice, I guess.
Well, you stop pissing. I got to keep you.
Yeah, but I ain't pissing on you.
Right. Oh, we're caught up again. Let's go on to the Josh update. As far as Tracy, she's doing great now. She's in there. You know, Beatrice is in there right now, taking care of her, and she's so easy and good to take care of. You know, she did have like running number 2s for the last 3 days, which was hell. But you know, she's back to being solid and normal, and everything's good, and she's still. You know, Thanksgiving, I gave her. I know it sounds weird, but I put my finger in a little bit of gravy and I put it in her mouth. And, you know, she's like, oh, she loved it.
That chicken gravy.
Then I gave her, yeah, that chicken gravy's good. And then I gave her. What else did I give her? Oh, some of the banana cream pie. I gave her some of the pumpkin pie, and I gave her some of the pecan pie. You know, in the pecan pie, you've got the chunks of pecan up top, but in the middle there's like a goose. I scooped that and gave that to her. Oh my God, she loved that. That was so good. Marissa says she can't see any of the chat no more. I don't know why. I can see mine. Current viewers 149, 164 today. Likes are 53.
Oh, Marissa.
Summer lease.
99. I have a 21-year-old iridescent shark that I really need help with. I hate to ask for help, and I love him so much, but he is suffering in my 180. He's not eating and hurting himself daily from getting spooked. I'm in Michigan.
What's GR Michigan?
I don't know.
Team Tracy. If you can let us know what GR Michigan is or where that's at.
She's the one, yeah.
Yeah, and you can always text me at Big Rich or OhioFishRescue@gmail.com or Big Rich at OhioFishRescue.com. You can always get a hold of me there in case, you know, you have a hard time getting a hold of me like it looks like you are. And then, you know, give me all the information and I will try and make it happen. See if you can give a measurement so we know what size tank to bring up there, tub to put him in. 21-year-old fish could be anywhere from 10 inches to, you know, 30 inches. It's hard to say, you know.
He's having trouble in a 180. He's around 30.
Nah, 180 is probably 24 inches wide, or it could still be 18 inches wide if it's a 180 tall. So 18 inches wide, he could be 22 inches and having a hard time turning around. You know? So
he'd be hitting the end pretty hard too.
Right. So we don't know any of that. Just text me, let me know. Big Rich at ohiofishrescue.com or ohiofishrescue@gmail.com. Let me know and I'll get back to you and, blah, blah, blah. We'll help you
the
out
more
for
we
sure.
can pick up at one time, the better it is. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of an emergency call, but you got to imagine how much that costs.
If it's
to run
closer,
up
it's
Yeah.
easier. If it's 6 hours away, it's harder, that type of thing. Summerlee says, how are the red dove pair doing? They're healing up great. They're doing
there.
great.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, they're doing great.
They're raring to go.
Maritza says it's back up now. Could have been your internet just, freaking out for a minute. Joanna Nell says, that's probably why she had the runts. I was giving her all that different food. I mean, it's highly possible. It really is.
Yeah. That was 2 and 2 going together, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. But, she loved it. She just enjoyed that so much. So, she's got that trach and she gets fed through her belly tube. So she never has taste in her mouth other than the toothpaste and mouthwash. It's all mint. That's it,
I was thinking I got those sugar-free blackberry preserves in there, man. She'd love that, but that'd go straight through her.
Okay, Melissa says he's about 3 feet. Oh my God, that poor fish. That's got to be a 180 short where it's 24 inches wide if he's, almost 36 inches.
Yeah,
So he's got to be like 30 inches in a 24 inch.
cube.
Yeah. Well, it's not a cube. It's 6 foot long, 24 inches front to back.
Okay, yeah.
So he can swim, but it's hard to turn around because
Because
iridescent sharks don't bend that easy.
No,
Oh, GR is Grand Rapids, Michigan. All right.
it's a ways.
I don't know that. Let me go over here. Maps. Go up here. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Search. Directions. That's a 4-hour and 14-minute drive. Now, Reaper goes up there every month at the beginning. Like, I think he's going in the next couple of days to Lower Michigan to pick up. That's where he gets his green from every month. She says, I could definitely give you gas money more. She loves her fish. She says he's really tall and thick.
Short body. Would be.
Probably not. Not if he's almost 3 foot, Prince Vino says he was at a party yesterday where they were in Miami Beach. The house that the party was at had an 8,000-gallon shark tank, medium-sized black tip, and a few decent bonnet heads. That tank must have been $1 million. Were you at Tracy Morgan's house by chance? Because he has an 8,000-gallon shark tank in the backyard, in a building.
Anybody's got a tank that big in this area, or this crowd knows each other.
Pretty much.
If you got a tank over 1,000 gallons, you're pretty much on other people's list.
Melissa says, I kept thinking he was going to die from old age. I feel horrible he's in a tiny tank. How old is he? She says, definitely not a short body.
Well, Schwarzenegger's a short body, isn't he?
No.
Oh, I thought he was. Did you get that fat, huh?
Oh, yeah, they get
I thought he was a short body for sure.
He's 36 inches. How's he a short body? That's as big as they get.
I'm sorry, but by
Because of how
scale,
fat he looks.
okay, yeah, because he's so fat.
Gotcha. She's had him for 21 years. They can live, another 10, 15 years after that.
Oh, yeah.
I've had Schwarzenegger for 28 years, and we got him when he was almost a foot. So he was a year or two old then. So he's 30 years old now. She says she bought him as a 3-inch baby. Wouldn't you have liked to have known that that pet store told you, oh, he can get up to 36 inches? Would you have still bought him? You know what I'm saying? These people. Look, Melissa took over #1 crown from somebody else from all the replies she's putting up.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
She goes, yes, I had no clue back then. I know, and it put you in a predicament. Anyways, let's move on to the Josh update. He's doing a lot better. He's still walking in his boots, and he had to go back to work. They would not approve his working from home thing. So now he has to drive a car every day with both boots on, gas and brake, which is dangerous because you've got, 2.5 inches of boot underneath your foot, and it's not, you can't just bend your foot down like you normally give it gas. He has to move his whole leg down to give it gas, because his foot won't bend. Same thing with the brake. So they put him at danger to make him come back to work. So he's back at work since Monday now. And he's walking around work with his boots and all that. And he's got, I think he said 31 engineers underneath him now that he's in charge of.
Yeah.
Because he got his promotion.
Yeah.
So he's got 31 engineers he's in charge of.
Supervising engineer.
Yeah.
How do you get it? Most interactions with the live stream.
Yeah, just keep on texting, keep on posting.
And
you put a little, a little, what do you call them? Little pictures.
Yeah.
You put one of those up. You reply. The more replies you have, the more interactions you have with the live stream, then it'll give you. You'll move into top 3. You'll kick someone out of the top 3.
Well, the super chat helps, but.
Super chat also helps. It's whatever interactions you have, the more of them, the person that has the most interactions gets to be #1, #2, #3, Lorenzo's like, I'm going to take over.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
He's like, #1, #2, #3.
Hey, some ranch will block you. Watch out, Lorenz.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm a wrench myself, but there's other wrenches up there that will.
Look at Raheem with all the little, what are these called?
Happy birthday, Raheem. Enjoy your cake. And I'll take the pancake.
And go ahead and look at beef cake.
No, that's pancake. Sourdough pancake.
You'd rather be a sourdough pancake than a beefcake, Bob?
Damn right. I want it sour enough to bite back.
So Anna says only a large super chat will take #1. I don't really think that's it.
I don't think so.
It's whoever posts the most. Here, you go up and you click on the crown, and another screen comes up. Click on that question mark, and it'll tell you a place for fans to stand out in the community. Top 3 get special badges and live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. How do you get on the leaderboard? You need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages, send super chats, send super stickers, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. All right, we're back to live chat.
There's somebody else about this. Listen to those catfish.
I'm looking. Okay, Joanna Nellis says, my personal knows catfish have had babies. Is it best to catch them out so they don't breed with their parents? It's going to take a long time for them to grow big enough to breed with their parents. They'll probably interbreed with each other before they breed with their parents. So
if the male has anything to say about it, there won't be any males left in the tank to.
Yeah, it's best to just remove them and then give them out to your friends or sell them or take them to a pet store and trade them in on other fish, that kind of stuff.
They feed good on green beans, French cut green beans. I've raised the bristle nose many times.
You know, and you know, they want to float and stuff like that. Just take a fork, stab the green bean, and let the fork sink to the bottom, and then they'll be all over that green bean.
I just dumped a can of green beans in the bottom and let them fall on it. Just do water changes.
So, anyways, now we got the Chomper's tank is done, and he's staying, you know, right on that rock and under the light and all that, and he goes over to the corner at
That's
night.
good. You did. That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. And then we have access to them plugs if it ever trips. And we got the reptile tank back there.
Yeah.
Someone had mentioned we should put the 240 up there. That reptile tank is like,
We can't.
hold up, that's like almost 3 foot thick. That 240 is only 2 foot thick, 24 inches. We can put it there.
Are you forgetting the floor?
No. The floor is, okay, here's where all that is. And then, you know, let's say this is the reptile cage and the turtle tank. The green carpet's right here. So if we put the tank over here, it's still held up by supported concrete. This part over here is the one that's going down.
In the doorway. Yeah.
Right. So we might be able to do the 240 there. I'll talk to Josh tomorrow about it, and we might be able to do that. But then we'd have to find a place to put the reptile system, because, you know, he's trying to build that whole reptile thing so that we can take in other stuff.
I'm just imagining that, you know, there is room to move that Dwight Howard tank over and still access that window. About maybe 20 inches.
Joanna Nellis says, I've talked to pet shops, they won't take them. You know what you do? You post into your neighborhood, go to all your forums around you and post in there. We'll trade for other fish or whatever, you know, or sell them for, you know, $1 a piece, whatever. And put them into your local posts, like your local forums and stuff. That's your best bet.
Yeah, I just don't dump them too young. Way too many people throw them out there before they're really eating, and they're not used to hunting for food yet.
Lorenz says, can you help me with my fish sticks? They went belly up. What to do about it?
Turn them
Well-
over and cook the other side.
And then put tartar sauce on them.
Yeah. That's some tartar sauce.
Sugar Honey Sweet says, Rich, you're looking slim. I did lose 61 pounds. And I'm going to, this next 2 weeks is going to be another big dive down. So the worst part about it is come, you know, Christmas dinner. That's where I'm going to be at a level again for another week before I start losing again. I'm trying to hit the 275 goal before Christmas now. So once I hit that goal, I can set my next goal at 250 and do that after Christmas.
Whereas, yeah, it's already a game of tank Tetris.
And we played tank Tetris here for years.
And it's actually a combination of tank Tetris and Pac-Man.
Right.
Going
Plus,
like this in
I
between
cut my hair so I look thinner because of that. I took
Right.
off all this excess bushiness.
You just had to get that last pound off.
Then he says, just do a big meat platter for Christmas dinner. Well, that's what I do. But the problem is, you're putting 3, 4, 5 pounds of meat into your system, and it's going to take you a week to pass that, you know? So I'm not gaining weight. I'm not eating pastries and candy and all that stuff. But it still, it kind of gives you a heartbreak because you're at this plateau for like a week, you know? Oh, I went up 4 pounds. I got to get that back down to where I was. And then to get to the next pound below where you was, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, I started life at 340 when I was like, that's it. I can't keep doing this. And I got it all the way down to 279. And now I'm at 284 today because of Thanksgiving, you know, meals where I did screw up. I did eat just meat at first, but then I said, screw it. And I ate some, you know, some stuffing and gravy. And then I ate some candied yams. Then I ate some mashed potatoes and corn.
Stuffing and gravy.
Melissa says, just don't weigh yourself that week. I like the way you think. I'm doing good. I'm still on it, you know. Yeah, it's just like there's nothing in my life that's a reason to sit back and relax. You know what I'm saying? Like I was doing. I was taking care of Tracy and I was eating out of boredom, and I got to 340. It was too much. You know, just like day before yesterday, I got a message from Skylar saying that, you know, it's all my fault and my reactions is why she's not around now. I'm like, what are you talking about? I told you either have to treat me nicer or you have to move out. You chose to move out, you know. And she's like, yeah, but it was your reactions. I'm like, reactions are just that. Reactions are something you're reacting to that you're doing. She'd sit around for 3-4 days in her bedroom and never come out. And then I asked her to do something around here and she got all pissed off at me. So I got mad at her. You know, quit being lazy. Get your ass up and do something around here. You're living here for free, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I can't handle somebody with your reactions. Is what she's trying to tell me. So I was like, look, you ain't taking accountability for anything you did wrong. You're trying to make me out to be the bad guy. I was like, look, I'm done. Have a nice life. And I blocked her on everything. And she can't text me back. And that's killing her right now. That's killing her because she has to have the last word. She has to be, you know, be the one in charge, you know, all that kind of shit. And I ain't letting her have it. You know, I tried being nice even after she's gone, even after what she's done to me, how she's treated me. I tried to be nice, and she's still yelling at me and telling me it's all my fault. You know, screw you.
She goes, let it die.
Melissa says, living for free and not helping. Bye-bye. That's what I'm saying. You know, she'd get mad and she'd stay 3 days in her bedroom. This was her bedroom. And she'd sit over there in her bunk bed surrounded by, you know, 18 stuffed animals and 4 pillows. And she'd sit there and, oh, poor me, pity me, poor me, you know, this and that. And, you know, she'd call everybody and play the victim. And, you know, I was just like, this is retarded. This is stupid. This is dumb. And Jerry misses Skylar the most. Nate said that.
Yeah, I see him saying it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Jerry absolutely hated her. That's all of her. What was it? Her.
You got to care about somebody enough to hate them.
Oh no, you definitely hated her. It was her being the center of attention, her trying to be victim, her trying to always be the center of attention.
I'm just sick of her.
Yeah, sick of her. I'll give you that. I tried fixing her is my problem. I tried stepping in. You know, I've seen this before. I know this. You can treat your mom like this. Don't say that to her. You know, be nice to her. This and that. You know, and she just come over arguing, my mom's an asshole and she done this and she done that and blah, blah, blah. And she played the victim. Poor me again. You know, it's where she'd get everybody around her. Oh, you poor thing, you know. And she lived for that shit. And it was just disgusting to me because I tell you, stop treating me like shit or you're going to have to move. And she chooses to move out. That's fine. Move on. You know, I let you live here for 2.5 years completely free of rent if you'd help me around here, and you didn't help me around here. You cost me money. You cost me things. You cost my senility. You cost me my peace, everything. It was crazy.
All right, she's the center of attention again.
You stop it. But no, I mean, I actually reached out and I tried being nice to her one last time and said, look, you know, it would be nice if we could be friends. And, you know, on these vacations I go on, you know, not vacation, but these fish shows, I'd like for you to go with me. Let's go and, you know, at least fix our friendship to that point. And she was like, oh, yo, you were the one, you were the blah, blah, blah. And she's doing off on me. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, you'll never change. You'll never change. I was like, have a nice life. So Bob Taylor said it right. No good deed goes unpunished, Rich. I know. And you know what kills me? Her mother called me and was like, thank you so much. You've turned her around. She's such a different person. I got my baby girl back, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just, I don't know. I was very nice to her. I was very good to her. I mean, I gave her that cat. That's a $2,500 cat because
So much for the Skylar update.
you stop it. I gave her that cat because she was mom to that cat, and I didn't want to take care of it, and it didn't help Tracy out. So I let her take the cat when she left. You know, take it. Go ahead. That's $2,500 I wasted, but it ain't wasted because I tried it to, you know, bring Tracy back. So, you know, she's got that cat. You'd think she'd be like forever grateful for just that, let alone, you know, all the other stuff I've got done, give her, and all that kind of stuff. Joanne says, Jerry could see straight through her BS, and you have too big of a heart, Big Rich.
I didn't hate her. I just called her on her shit. She actually asked me to be honest with her once. Then she didn't like it.
She did not like it. She's just too mean. And you know what? Did she get the boat too? No. I've got my boat. She had her boat. It's a little 19-footer. And she had it here. And when she left, I made her take it. And her mother threatened to call the police on me because, you know, she's on the phone screaming and yelling at Skylar. I'm like, let me talk to her, because her mother's always been decent with me. So I get the phone. I'm like, look, listen, she's not living here no more. I'm not going to, you know, let her store her boat here. She has to take her boat. We're going to drop it off at your house. Oh, you son of a bitch, if you do that, I'm calling the police on you. I'm like, I hand it back to Skylar. I'm like, she's useless. So now here's the thing. I found out last week her boyfriend's living there at her house and has his boat there for the last 8 months, but she won't let her daughter have her boat there. Not even for a day to give her daughter, or 3 days, or even a week to give her daughter time to find a place for it. You know, so she's just a horrible, horrible person. Contrast New York says, sounds like an ungrateful human being. You're just generous. You're a generous guy, Big Rich. Well, thank you. But yeah, she's definitely ungrateful. She's definitely plays the victim. I mean, what kills me is that her crowd over there, she's explaining to everybody how it's impossible to live with me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm such a bad person. And she's such a good girl and such a victim and blah, blah. She plays the victim so much. It kills me. You know, I want to go over there and you know,
Yeah, but you know this is to a new individual all the time.
all the time. She can't have anybody in her life that really knows her because they figure her out.
Yeah.
So I would love to go over there and like trap her parents in a house and then me come in there and talk to them. You know, she is a dismissive avoidant. She is a very selfish person. She is, you know.
Who did she learn it from?
Her mother.
Her mother and father.
Her father's pretty decent. Although he is very crazy. Do you know what her father told her one time? She came back and laughing and told me this, which gave me a problem. Right? Her father, he's 66 years old, skinny as shit, never been in a fight in his life. I've been bouncing for over 20 years. I lost this eye. I lost all my teeth. You know, I broke this hand so many times doing these fights. I wish I could go back and not fight, but I've been fighting all my motherfucking life. And her father has the balls to tell Skylar, you know, I think I can take Rich. You know what? I would beat his ass and make him suck my dick. That's what he told Skylar. And she came back here laughing at me, and I'm not supposed to be mad at him and be like, look, bro, come on over and whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? I had to let that go. And that's been eating at me ever since because I don't let no one talk to me like that.
All right, let me take care of your light work.
Yeah.
That was smart, Sue Ann. She retracted that one. I got it, though. I got you. I agree. It's possible.
Lorenz Gorthos says every woman needs a good broom so she can fly away on it. I like it. I like it. Bob Taylor says, I've read that the human brain isn't fully developed until 30, so there's still hope. Yeah, she's 26 now. There's 4 years of hope, but I don't see anything coming soon. I was as nice as I could be to that girl. I've done everything I could for her, You know, I bought her that.
Hey, I have honestly seen bigger changes happen, but rarely.
I bought her that metal detector that she wanted so bad for Christmas. And that thing was $1,500. And then I bought her an electric violin the Christmas before that she wanted an electric violin. That was like $700. You know, and she still plays victim, and I'm the bad guy. All I wanted her to do was pull her weight, get up, come out here and clean, help take care of Tracy, work with me out in the fish room, something. I got to work for 3 days and watch you sit in there and just lay on your ass, and then you come out, you make something to eat, and then you wash your dishes, and you tell everybody, oh, I've worked around here for the last 4 days. No, you have not. Joanna Nella says, you can't fix stupid. Ain't that the truth?
It's not illegal to be stupid either.
Chris says, I bet he never said that. Oh, he said that.
It's possible.
No, it's not possible. It's factual because I was on a group text with her mother, her father, and her. And I was like, I was so pissed off at, what she was saying at that point. I'm like, you know what? Screw you, screw your mother, and screw your father. How dare he say he's going to whoop my ass and make me suck his dick? I will beat the fucking brakes off that man. And I've never heard back from him since. You know what I'm saying? That was that.
I never had any problems with him after I asked him not to put words in my mouth.
Yeah.
One time he said, I said you were drunk all the time. Now I asked him afterwards calmly, I said, please don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah, because that upset me.
After that, I had no problem with him at all.
Right.
It was, very, I just dominant, you just got to take the dominant stance with the man.
Jacob Stick says, trash is trash. Oh, I took a dominant stance. I was like, I will beat the brakes off you.
Yeah.
He never answered me. Vasquez family says Brock's the only sensible one. He's pretty decent. He's a nice guy.
Brock's a good kid. Got a lot of potential. Just needs to be aimed.
Melissa goes, my dad can beat up your dad. How immature is that?
I Jim's in my broomstick runs on coffee. That's a girl after my own heart.
Sugar Honey Sweat says, oh my God, Ridge. I don't know what that's about, but George Kane says, what ass? I can't beat I can't beat his ass because he has no ass or something, I guess. Summerlee says, I would actually kind of like to see him try. Me too. I mean, he's what, 160 pounds? I'm over here trying to get down to 279 again.
Hey, bro, let's get to the goodies.
We're going. It was about the gifts. Sugar Honey Sweet says it was about all the gifts you got her. That was once a year at Christmas time, and I don't know, but whatever. So I got used a little. It's not a big deal. She's over there thinking she got wrong because I told her to move out if she ain't gonna treat me better. I'm not going to treat you any way you want to be treated because no one's going to force me to do anything. Well, if you're not going to be nice to me, you can't live at my house. Jerry's been here 3 years. We've gotten into a couple little arguments, but you know what? He's respectful to me. I'm respectful to him, except for when I call him an old man. I'm sorry, buddy. But we get along. Everybody gets along. I get along with all my nurses. I get along with all these other people that come by here.
It's just a matter of acceptance.
One person I can't get along with because of how you treat me. I don't know. Raheem goes, is Brock working with your Richie? No, he worked there for about 2 months and quit. He was making good money and, blah, blah, blah. So DT Knoxon says, I think you need to act like Skylar never existed and move on with your life. This is true. I did block her. I blocked her from Facebook, from YouTube, from the Facebook mod chat, from Messenger, from messages, from email, and then I went on YouTube and blocked her from YouTube. She can't put no posts on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So the only way she can ever get a hold of me now is if she shows up here, and that kind of scares me Because I'll be sitting, hey, what's going on, Jerry? Let's do this, let's do that. Okay, let's go and clean it. What are you doing here? You know, that's how it'll be.
It's my favorite Christmas.
What gifts did you get Jerry? Food. I cook for that man. That you can't get him no better gifts. He loves that.
My niece.
Loren says Jerry got a belly rub. I've never given you a belly rub.
I don't even want a picture of that.
I think you might have got one from DIY Joey that night. But other than that.
I think that would have woke me up and he would have hurt.
DT Noxon says, block
I
her
still
from your
think he's lucky
vocabulary.
they didn't wake me up.
And Bob Taylor comes in with the big words. Cognitive dissonance is a bitch, Rich. It is. It really is. Dalemax says, give Skylar the Hoover treatment.
Ooh,
Oh
that's
my
good
God.
family.
We need a Skylar jar.
Look at that, Joel. He's got it bagged up and ready to pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take
Nate
for
says,
you,
I remember we couldn't
Red.
even say Hoover's name. I will still, if I ever see that man, I will beat the tar out of that son of a bitch. He's a piece of POS.
Oh yeah, where's the Skylar jar? You got an empty cup over there. Start filling.
All right, after this, we'll start a Skylar jar, but you know, I had to get it out because I'm not talking to her no more. I'm done. You know, you can only treat me as long. Okay, here's the problem. She treated me like shit forever, and for what? 2 years I begged her to treat me nicer. You can't treat me like that and stay here. You know, you're going to have to move if you treat me like that.
Okay, I'll settle for the annual Skylar update.
Okay. So then she left. And then she still talked to me all the time, right? And I still kept telling her, you can't treat me like this.
I know.
So it was me asking her to be nicer to me, not her asking me to be nicer to her. So when she goes and tells everybody I'm the bad guy, I mean, that's ridiculous. So, all right, well, we're done now.
We got some gifts to show off, didn't we?
Yes, we do. You guys got to see this. You guys got to see this.
You know, and grab them or I don't know. I gotta jump on your parade.
Bob Taylor says one day she will realize what actually went down. She will. She'll be 60 and be like, I should have been nice to that man. Look how many people he's taken care of since.
I live by what goes around comes around. If I do everybody right, I got no reason to bitch.
Right, and no one's treating you wrong. All right, we got these in the mail, and we did not know who they were from until one of them came with a gift thing inside of it. So here we go. Here's the first one. Big, deep net. Here's an arm to go with it, so it's got an extension about yay big. Nice rubberized net. That's awesome.
Hey, this is the first time I get to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another, got an arm with it, and it's a square net with the really tiny holes, which is awesome. We loved our last one. It worked really well. It's very deep.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Look at Jerry. Jerry's in love. Big rubberized net with small holes. Look at that. Our rubberized nets out there don't have holes this small.
I'll play badminton with anybody.
Look, Jerry. See how small the holes are?
Yeah.
Nice. A new rubberized net. Look at this. Beautiful. And then you got this one. Come on. Let me see. How do we open this? Handle goes all the way around. The zipper goes all the way around the handle.
You gotta
Maybe
be
the top.
smarter than the packaging, Rich.
Took me a while to find it. Okay, I'm blind. Wait, how long do you want to stay living here, Jerry? Like I told Skyler, you gotta treat me good.
Until Rich throws me out. He's like I told him.
Oh, look at this one. Super small rubber net, super small holes. This'll move them monsters. Look at that. And it's got a long extension to it. And these all came from somebody named Colin. It says, enjoy your gift from Colin. The other three didn't have that. So whoever Colin is, oh my God, this is like $200 in nets, Jerry. Oh, sorry.
Oh, this square bottom one's gonna come in awful handy.
Okay, but
getting them up off the bottom.
ooh, here's the thing. None of these are going to be used until them are unusable out there. We're going to keep using the old ones.
I can.
No, I put out new
No,
ones, and everybody uses the new stuff.
I agree, but what I'm saying right now is I was teasing Josh today because I was going to try to catch that red-tailed cat with a net that's got matching holes on each side. You can stick your arm all
You
the
got to
way
catch them
through
right in the
like
middle,
this.
Jerry.
Yeah, I got to use the net, pull it back a little bit, just the front of the net.
Well, that's
here.
that big rubber net, right?
Yeah.
You got to use shoestrings and tie them up.
Yeah.
And then the net will work good again.
It's already got $5 worth of zip ties in it.
Oh my God.
And we use them till they're dead. Jerry at Wimbledon. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, here's where we left off. Bob Taylor said one day she'll realize what actually went down. Nate says pay-per-view Rich versus Hoover. It'll be bigger than the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight.
No.
Oh my God, I would sign up for that so quickly. Holy shit. That man won't. He'll get the people's elbow first thing. He won't know what hit him. He has no idea. He thinks he's hard because he's been in jail all of his life. He ain't hard. He ain't hard at all. I've known him for 20-some years. I've never seen him in a fight. I've seen him run from people. There goes Hoover down the hall, down the alley. Oh, there goes two guys chasing him. What's going on now? You know what I'm saying? Hoover running. But I took on like 20 people in that hallway, and I did not run. I went at them, and they're swinging big boards at me and poles and stuff. And the cops came, and I did not get arrested because I was defending myself. They came at me. I did not run. He run like I'm talking like a little girl that got, I don't know, slapped in the face. 8-year-old girl got slapped, and she took off running, screaming. That's how Hoover ran through that alley. Dating and Diamond says, guess I missed what happened. Bob Taylor says, scholar bashing.
To answer your question,
He goes, this is why I hate
we
being
got
late.
holy nets, Batman.
Harley Jam says, too many entitled people who take advantage of kind giving people. It sucks. Yeah, it does. But you know what? You can't be tainted by it. Like if I got hardened by every person that took advantage of me, I would not give anybody else a chance whatsoever.
I wouldn't be here.
Right. He wouldn't be here. You got, that's on them. You can't let them.
It honestly took me a while to convince him that I wasn't here to take advantage of it.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you let the rest of the world turn you, then you didn't win. I am who I want to be. I love being the person that I am. And, every once in a while I get, cranky too. And my people around, like Josh yesterday, he came over, he's like, Dad, you're awful cranky today. I'm like, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Let me rethink this. Okay. And I start talking to him, So I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be how you're going to turn me hard. You're going to turn me into hateful and spiteful. I don't want to be that person. I am who I want to be, and I want to help out everybody. If you screw up, you know what my thing is with you? If you screw up and fuck me over, I eliminate you from my life, and we're not even allowed to say your name.
But I can't.
That's the best thing I can do to a person like that. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
You can't let that shit go sideways.
Right.
I can't carry it into another person. Anytime I interact with anybody or anything, from that moment on, we're both changed. It's my responsibility as a human being to be a positive force in that change if possible. That doesn't mean it's good or bad. It just means I balance it.
Summerlee says, actually, there wasn't any drama talk until Skylar was brought up.
Really?
Well, I had to just delete her, okay? I had to just eliminate her from every option that I can because she's just so fucking mean. And, she did all this for so long here, and nobody liked her. It was me sticking up for her.
She kept getting away with it.
Well, and then, even after she moved out, it's still me sticking up for her. Like, 2 weeks ago, me and you got into a little bit about her, and I stuck up for her. And now here she, texts me and tells me, it's all my fault. I'm an asshole and blah, 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 and this and that. And I'm like, what the hell,
The human animal is the only animal in the world that can lie to itself and believe it. And she believes it.
Dude,
She
she
doesn't
plays the
see-
victim better than anybody
She
I've ever
doesn't
met
see
in
where
my
she's
life.
wrong. She doesn't even see that she's playing the victim.
No, not at all.
It's invisible to her. When it's brought to her attention, she's gonna shit her pants. Man. Somebody's gonna do her one of these days.
Melissa says, so generous, Colin. Thank you, Colin. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. You know, them gifts are, you know, things come and go, but them will be with us for the next 2 years, you know. Thank you. You made our lives easier. Thank you. That's amazing, Colin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Colin, I'm not going and buying any damn shoestrings either.
I'll buy the shoestrings. Because he ain't getting the new nets until the old ones are completely useless.
Ouch.
Baby in a Diamond says, that look on Jerry's face when I told you couldn't have them until the old ones are gone.
I'm not here for you. I'm here for the fish. Shit, it took me 2 years to convince you of that.
Pop Taylor says, remind me not to piss this group off.
You've got teeth, believe it or not.
Manny Davis says, you got a heart of gold, Rich. Don't let that bitch get you. You know, I don't want to call her a bitch. She's just got mental problems. She's on all these psych meds, and she's, you know, she wasn't raised right. Her parents never taught her how to do anything. They just told her, you know, you better do this, you better do that. And, you know, she ended up with the mental problems from it.
He just keeps dragging home these...
Excuses?
No.
For her activities?
Wild pets that he's trying to tame.
Did not try and tame Skylar.
He wants to train her.
I tried to teach her to be a better person.
Yeah, you tried to train her.
And she even told me, I've got a big list where she goes, you made me a better person. You made me get along with my parents. You helped me do this. You helped me do that. I am better off knowing you than anything else. Right? So why do you treat me so bad then? That's what I want to know.
She got away with it that time, so next week she can do it again.
Loren says, what would you get if you crossbreed a Hoover with a Skylar? A Hyler or a Scoover?
Save us all.
A Hooler. Okay. And Raheem says she plays the victim card. Oh my God, so well. Swan says, a dirty word. Great reply.
Don't the zip ties on the neck.
Suan's been here. She's seen Skylar. She knows how she is.
The zip ties are an old joke. I'm sorry, somebody took us seriously about this. Zip ties are only an emergency fix out in the field.
Right.
You know,
that's why we use shoestrings, because they're soft.
Yeah.
And we can weave across, and then we can tie it. And that's soft and great on them. If you're out and about and you can't get a shoestring, zip tie will work, whatever. But we have to get them back to Ohio. Yeah. You know, we're in another state or something.
They didn't get it. I was actually poking a jab at you that there's still field fixes on those damn things.
All right. David Smith says, what I want to know is, are you seeing AC/DC on their upcoming tour? That's serious business.
I don't know.
Probably not. I can't get out. I can never leave. And, you know, I'm stuck here. Probably not. Joanna Nella says, we are one big fishy family and we stick up for each other. Hell yeah, we do. Thank you, guys.
Oh, somebody's going to get me a new net that I can use, huh?
Oh, shit, it jumped.
Now, okay. That one Greg gifted us the best net we've got. That's for the skimming leaves off of a pool.
Yeah.
Swimming pool.
Big Junior Chandler says, hey, Big Rich, this is Big Junior. Quit letting that girl live in your head. This is true. Just let her go when you're sitting here complaining about her and she's watching, she's enjoying it. And she can't comment. She's deleted. She's removed from every obstacle. The only way she can get a hold of me now is snail mail or show up here.
He's
And
right,
she's
though.
done that before.
You still got run-free space in your head. But she will for
Me and
a
you
long
gonna
time.
fight. Me and you gonna fight.
Yeah. Well, that works too.
Oh, Whip's here. He's a son of a. I nearly missed the whole thing. We're getting tanked, Whip. We're getting tanked.
Good to see you, Whip.
The drinking word is cake. There you go. As in beefcake?
As in birthday cake. Or pancakes in my case.
All right, best thing you can do is, like you said, make the name invisible. It usually works in my case. You know what? Once we stop naming it, they hardly get brought up until tonight. The whole vacuum cleaner name showed back up again a bunch of times. Harley Jam says Iron Maiden is doing a U.S. and Canada tour. Want to go so bad? Yeah, they are worth seeing for sure. So talented still. Look at all you guys kissing the Whip's ass. You know, he ain't none special. He's only like 6 foot taller than me and longer hair than me.
Ooh,
and
Suanne.
prettier hair.
Suanne got you. Welcome to the Skyler Show, Whip.
Oh, shit. Suanne, I thought you was my friend. What the hell?
Oh, I love hearing it, man, because there was a few times I refused to watch the live stream because I wasn't going to watch the Skyler Show.
Contrast New York says, is she batshit crazy? Yes. Yes, even her own brother don't want to talk about her.
Oh.
Manny Davis, what's your favorite topping on your pancakes, Jerry? Is it my homemade whipped cream or is it
Your homemade whipped cream comes in second.
Second to what?
Yeah. The blackberry syrup that I put over
Oh,
it.
okay. I
And then the
haven't
whipped
seen no
cream on
blackberry
top.
syrup. Yeah. I make heavy whipping cream. If you take that and you add like, I don't know, that little, I think it's a pint. It's a little square thing about this tall of milk, heavy whipping cream. You add that, you add a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And you whip that up into stiff peaks. It's the best whipped cream you've ever had. You'll never go back to buying store-bought again. It's amazing.
You know what comes in third?
What?
On sourdough pancakes? Chicken gravy. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Good old rich chicken gravy on top of sourdough pancakes.
Payton and Diamond says we should make code words for everything. It would confuse a lot of people. Sign me up. All right. I vote. Skyler gets called shithead.
Oh, come on.
Hoover gets called vacuum cleaner. Come on now. Who else is there? Oh, Kathy. Crazy. Her name's just Crazy. That's it.
I got a better one for Skyler.
What's that?
Dingy.
Dingy works, but that implies that she's got some brains. She's just dingy.
Yeah, okay.
David Smith says, Michelle Puritan, if the crew didn't lip sync, I'd love to see them again. Might see Megadeth and Anthrax plus AC/DC. We'll skip Guns N' Roses. Well, for sure. But the crew, Vince Neil cannot sing at all. He cannot hold a note. He cannot keep up with his own self on the speed of singing. He's useless. He puts in every third word and he yells instead of putting in the words. I mean, he's useless. I mean, that was my favorite band of all time forever. I was a crew fanatic for years. And now I'm saying this, you know, they should have just quit while they were ahead. Period. Melissa says, can I say Big Rich's email again? I want to make sure I got it right. Either ohiofishrescue@gmail.com or bigrich@ohiofishrescue.com. Lorenz says Dutch whipped cream is better than U.S. whipped cream. Let me tell you this. Explain it to me. Why is it better? I need to know facts because I won't go to the store and buy whipped cream out of there or Cool Whip. Hang on, Jerry. Or Cool Whip or in the stuff in the can because it all tastes bland. My homemade whipped cream is the best I've ever tasted, and if you can come up with something better, I want to know. So let me know. What's that?
Yeah, what's the difference? That's what I need to know.
Right, we need information here. Loren says Kathy, the woman that's seen them flying, her name is Crazy. So we got Crazy, we got vacuum cleaner, and we got what did I say, Scott? I was
Dingy.
no, that's your name.
No, I'm not dingy.
I forget what I called her. You guys can remind me. I don't remember.
Good.
Eat me, Jerry. What the fuck? Raheem says, Rich, how do you handle psycho people? A little at a time, and then I make them move out.
Whip says what I did with the other half of you.
Well,
I think that was an offhanded compliment.
If Jerry had his choice, every pound I'd be losing would be going straight to him.
Oh, I would love it. Not you know, I mean, not as fat. I'd like to put the muscle back on. Well, my body is consuming muscle right now.
And you know, that's another thing. I don't always run into psycho people. You know, 90% of the people that come around here are great people. It's just every once in a while, I get this person promising me the world and they move in and they don't do shit and they're acting like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I offer them free rent and they're making my life hell, you know. Them are some psycho people. If somebody gave me free rent, I would not make their life hell. I would not. I would do whatever it took to make them happy because I need this free rent right now, you know.
So,
okay, David Smith says the best whipped cream is fresh cream with a bit of maple syrup, which that would be good instead of vanilla or whatever, and bacon bits. See, I don't get into that. The bacon bits are hard and crunchy. My whipped cream's got to be, you know, just soft. You know, I love the taste of bacon bits completely. If we can like
blend some bacon grease in.
You put some bacon grease into it and then whip it up into stiff peaks. Yes, but just not the crunchies.
Get it to refried beans consistency.
Oh yeah. Lorenz reminded me, shithead. That's what I called her.
Yeah. Why you called her shithead Skyler? That was a problem.
Oh, I put down a shithead. Ken Cummings says, Rich is a psycho magnet. Exactly.
I've been called worse.
Summerlee says, speaking of free rent, how is the current tenant situation going? No, well, we'll just move on from there. Are you still doing live stream on Xmas week, Rich? Yes, of course.
As far as we know, all things being even, I'm not going anywhere.
David Smith says bacon grease instead is an even better idea. Totally doing that next time. Thanks.
You're
Leave it to Batman. We can figure out food and how to make it better.
Not the flavor without the crunch. Although I admit the crunch would be a blessing on certain things.
Certain things.
Yeah.
Like I love bacon. Have you ever had bacon jam?
Not jam. No,
Okay,
you mean
okay.
Sweet jam?
No. You got to make the bacon, right? And you bust it up into a bunch of little pieces. and you got it with the thing, and you make a roux and all this, and you've got an actual, you cook it down until it's like thick, like you do candied yams.
The same way you cook, yeah, okay.
And you make it thick, and that's what you put on your hamburgers and stuff.
Right.
You know, oh my God, it's so good.
Well, I spent a couple of winters
and it is
down
sweetened.
syrup.
It is
Yeah,
right.
I know.
It is sweetened, so either maple sugar or maple syrup or brown sugar, and you bring it down. Oh my God, it's so good.
I feel that way about berries. Rub it down to where it's sweet. Oh, that stuff is so good.
Lorenz. Big Rich, you insulted all the shitheads. Don't call them Skylar.
That's what I was saying.
Behavior Diamond says, you don't like bacon? Do you like any other pork products? I'd probably die without bacon. No, I love bacon. I just don't want anything hard and crunchy in my whipped cream, you know?
That's kind of the point of whipped cream, is that, you know, there's not on a big slice of pie or, you know.
Sugar Honey Sweet says, I'm going to make bacon jam for my husband for Christmas. Thank you for the idea. It's so good. Look it up online. Just look up bacon jam. And you can cook it down and it becomes thick. And it's like the best. You know what I'm saying? You know where I got the idea? This guy says the Baconator, I think it was Wendy's, has the Baconator. We can make it better. So he goes and he makes a bunch of like cheese and he crunches up bacon in it and all this stuff. And he lays it out and it comes in and he cuts up pieces of cheese. Now his cheese has bacon in it. He made the bacon jam to put onto the hamburger. He put bacon, he pre-cooked it and mixed it in with the ground meat and then cooked up the hamburgers. He made buns with pieces of bacon in it. And we're talking, this put the Baconator to shame. Because on top of the two all beef patties with the 2 pieces of cheese with bacon in it, he had 4 strips of bacon, then his bun had bacon in it, and he had bacon jam on there. It put the Baconator to shame.
I tried some bacon ice cream once. Not bad. I prefer regular old vanilla, but that's me.
Oh my God, Whip wants bacon limp and greasy. Yuck, who wants chewy bacon? It's got to be crispy and melt in your mouth.
As long as that fat is broken, it's just fine. You know?
I don't know. No. The shithead made her bacon and it was like rubbery.
You know, shithead, yeah.
Because I'm letting you know I'm not saying the name.
So yeah, it still goes in the jar.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
She made that and it was chewy and I'm like, ooh, who wants bacon like this? I want it to be crisp and when I bite it, it just melts in my mouth, you know? I love bacon like that. Other Jim says, "Yup, definitely got to cook something after the live now."
I'm gonna get another notice on my phone. Better not. Suan wants us to DoorDash her some bacon. I think I owe her.
You owe her a couple. I owe her a couple.
Damn.
I've got like 6 things of bacon in the refrigerator
We're all
right now.
talking about food, and I'm saying, "Oh no, Swan's going to send us another burger." No, it's beauty. I really appreciate it. I know damn good and well she's not going to send me any pancakes because they ain't going to match the ones she makes, unless she's fishing for a compliment.
Deb Charge says, "Have you tried beef bacon? It's not as good." No, never tried it. Don't want to now.
I've had elk and venison bacon, and it's just fine. It's just not.
I'll tell you what.
Bacon.
One of the best sandwiches in the world is in the middle of summer when you have availability to tomatoes out in the
Fresh
garden.
vegetables. Oh yeah, BLT.
And you cut a big BLT with extra bacon and lettuce and tomato and put some mayonnaise on there. Oh my God, it is so good with some salt. You gotta have it.
Usually just chop up and make a big salad out of it. add just about anything you want to, but the bacon and the
Bacon and
BLT
Diamond
is
says,
the
I
best.
tried cinnamon toast crunch bacon. It was trash. I don't ever remember referring that or
I
offering
don't
that.
care. I'm not a big cinnamon fan anyway.
The only thing I ever endorsed was millionaire bacon, where you take your bacon and you cook it in the oven. Now, here's what you got to do. Every oven's different, so it's different. You don't want rubbery, chewy bacon. You want it to be crisp. So what you got to do is put, you know, like an 1/8 inch of brown sugar all the way down your bacon on this pan in the oven, and sprinkle a couple things of like what's that? Crushed red pepper on top. Now that gives you that savory and the heat and the bacon crunch. Oh my God, millionaire bacon is so good. Raheem says, I don't eat beef and pork. I'm sorry, Raheem. Sucks to be you, brother. I feel for you.
No, not really, man. If as long as he's happy with his,
Yeah, if you're happy, that's fine.
you know, everybody's got their own taste, whether it be spiritually or just your own body saying I don't like it.
Yeah.
People think I'm crazy because I can't eat cantaloupe. I can't get it past my nose. And
Harley
it's
Jem.
gagging.
Harley Jem says, oh my God, this is the only stream I want to end on time because I'm hungry now. I'm so bad. Stop. Whip says, I didn't get this big by eating rabbit food.
Hell no, man. Oh, the deer tonight were just putting on a show out in the yard for me.
Oh.
This one buck, he's beautiful antlers, got 4 points on each side, and he's playing with a couple of smaller ones. And this one's challenging him and poking him in the chest and stuff, and he's just kind of looking down at him. And I can't help but think, damn it, you know, I'm really a predator. I'd still like to put a bullet in his eye.
Wait a minute. You said you're a predator.
I'm
What
a
does that mean?
carnivore.
Oh, carnivore. You said predator.
I said predator. Yes, I'm a predator.
That's so iffy of a word.
Only due to popular misconception. It's bastardized into the fast world.
David Smith says, Harley's right. What's Jerry's favorite snack? It'll be a blackberry cobbler with ice cream on it. But he can't find that, so he gets the triple berry pie. Am I wrong?
Not bad.
Okay. I pretty much know you, bro.
Yeah. But that's not, I mean.
Oh, what's your favorite then?
Well, that would be it, but it's
Okay.
not a snack. I mean, the whole pie or whole cobbler lasts a few days.
None of it's blackberry.
Yeah. I haven't had blackberry cobbler in so long, it is funny. My ex-wife used to make a blackberry coffee cake that was excellent.
Summerlee says, I can't eat cooked peaches. My mouth goes numb. But you know what? Peaches out of the can with the syrup it comes in are amazing. But once you put it in peach cobbler, and they're just like,
I don't like. I
don't like it. I love the taste. I don't like the texture.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm with you there, Summerlee. I'm with you for sure. Jeff Jarrett says, I bet it's the same family of deer we seen there last time.
Probably. There's 3 bucks all playing together right now. At least right now they're playing. The does are staying out of their range.
Ouch.
Oh, I love a fresh peach off the tree though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just run
It
down.
comes the same way.
You gotta wear no
Dripping
shirt.
down. Yes.
Yeah, they gotta run all the way down
Yes.
to the chest.
Oh, so good. Room temperature,
Oh.
a peach
No,
or a
just take
pear,
it right
even
off
too.
the tree.
A pear and a plum, same
Oh
way.
yeah.
Gotta have it right off the tree.
I grew
Room
up-
temperature,
Hey,
so good.
I grew up on the Columbia River Gorge, man. And you've got almost on some years you've got a double growing season. You can get those wine sap apples and those peaches that just get huge.
Yeah. Bob Taylor says, I love strawberries. I can't have bananas anymore. Okay. Do me a favor, Bob. Take your strawberries, put them in a bowl, cover them with water, and put some what's that stuff you put in your refrigerator to take the smell out? Arm &
Baking
Hammer.
soda.
Put some baking soda, like 1 teaspoon of baking soda in that water, and just wait 10 minutes. And then go back and check out your strawberries. I guarantee you'll never eat again. I won't eat strawberries no
That's
more.
nasty.
Yeah, they're all full of bugs and like they look like maggots and all kinds
no
of
extra charge for the meat.
but they're there. They're in all the strawberries. It disgusted me. Raheem says, Rich, did you have family dinner on Thanksgiving? No, we did not. My kids went to their prospective others' parents' house for Thanksgiving. That was on Thursday. We had Thanksgiving meal here on Saturday. And then, after dinner, which I cooked a shit ton, I got the ham, turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, candy jams, corn, gravy, Hawaiian rolls, and I made a pecan pie, I made a pumpkin pie, and then Josh brought macaroni and cheese and scalloped potatoes, and then a banana cream pie and a chocolate pie, and I don't know what else was there, but there was a lot of food, and everybody ate and ate and ate and ate. So,
it was good.
and I did. My first plate was nothing but meat, but then I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, I ain't had stuffing and gravy forever. I ain't had mashed potatoes, corn, and gravy mixed together forever. Screw it. And I ate another plateful. There's where I went wrong. Manny Davis says, what do you cook dinner for Xmas dinner? Same thing we do for Thanksgiving without the turkey. Basically. Same thing. Ham,
Yeah, remember, I grew up cooking around the fire outside as much as we did inside, and we used a wood stove inside when I was a kid.
Yeah,
So,
everybody had a wood stove inside.
I mean, what you ate was what you ate. You cleaned it, you cooked it, half the time you caught it. Half the year you'd be throwing dirt clods at it to keep out of the garden, and then at the end of the year you shoot it and dress it. Are you a big fan of, if the critters are eating your garden, plant more garden?
Reem says, oh, wow, Rich, you made a ton of food. Of course, I got, 3 boys showing up, and their wives and their kids, and Jerry here, and then I had my renters here, so, we tore it up. See, Whips World says, mulberries too. You pick them, you freeze them, you float them, and then you skim the thousands of bugs and worms off the surface.
Yeah.
Well, they're in every fruit out
That's
there.
about
They're
the
there.
only way to clean them.
Right.
If you want to.
Whip knows.
Me, I don't care. If I'm out in the woods and I find some huckleberries, I'm having some huckleberries with my pancakes. I'm not going to wait to clean them. Wash them off in the creek, same creek I clean my frying pan in.
Jerry sounds like he lived on a little house in the prairie.
No,
Yes, sir. He had to go out and fight his own food and bring it home and kill it and bring it home and cook it up and skin it and put it on the old coal burning stove, the wood burning stove in the house. He had to sweep his floor and it was dirt.
I have stayed in places with dirt floors, but I've never actually lived in them. But no, we had, it was where we lived.
Craig guy says, after all this food talk, you don't go in and raid the kitchen? Dude, that is willpower. Good on you, man. Yeah, I'm not going to go eat. There's nothing. I'm done. I finished at 6 o'clock this afternoon. I can eat from 12 to 6, let's say 3 small portions. Eat at noon, eat at 3, eat at 6. Very small portions, like 2 pepperonis or 1 piece of bologna or 1 egg, and that's it. That's all I eat. And a lot of times I forget that because I'm busy working around here, and I don't eat that. So after 6 o'clock, I try not to eat. Unless I'm drunk, and then I tear shit up. I went to sleep the other night, last Friday night, and I'm like, I did good. I didn't eat nothing. He goes, Jerry goes, you don't remember the tacos? I'm like, what tacos? He goes, we made tacos and you tore them some bitches up. I'm like, I don't remember that at all. I'm like, damn it, I ruined my diet.
Jerry was there with man-made fire. Not quite. I am a fire keeper. I can make a fire dance. I can cook with one. Yes, I have tasted apple pie.
Oh my God. Whips World says, my buddy grew up in a house with a dirt floor and their bathroom was an outhouse pushed up to the side of the house. That's nice because my dad lived in a house that had an outhouse like 50 feet away.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That sucked because they stink. You didn't want it next to the house.
No, in the winter you pee in the can inside and then empty it in the morning. You don't go out at night. Nah.
Holly Jim says, if you forget eating it, it doesn't count. My diet's so good, Jerry.
That's good one, Howard. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. All right. Not to change the subject or nothing, but, you know, it's 8 o'clock. We should be off here, but we're going to keep going because we love you guys. But let me ask you a question. Do any of you remember somebody called Jeannie C. Riley? Answer that question. David Smith says, you know, with all the crap you have put up with, it's just nice to see you happy and relaxing. You know what? You are your own keeper. If you're going to let everything else out there destroy you and ruin your peace and ruin your mentality and change you into somebody that's grumpy and pissed off and aggravated all the time, how is that helping me? You have to take it as it comes and move on. You know what I'm saying? I do not miss that vacuum cleaner dude one bit. I've known him for like 30 years and he pulls that shit on me. I don't miss him at all. I'm better off without him. He's not better off without me. That's my claim to fame, you know. Oh, look at Bob Taylor's the first one that came up with it. Harper Valley PTA.
Yeah.
Loren says name rings a bell, but it's a member of a band. No. Richard says, not sure if anyone's told you, but your haircut looks great. You are all fresh cut, looking great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I sat there for like an hour today with that damn Flowbee. It sucked.
A little while ago, Lorenz Corsow says, I like Vietnamese
lumpia. Yeah, something like that.
Is that those fried noodles? I was trying to find out what those Vietnamese fried noodles. It's a wide noodle, fried. I had them one time and they were just absolutely delicious.
Huh. Well, yes. Jeannie C. Riley was the singer of the original Harper Valley PTA, which Barbara Eden made a movie of, and the whole movie was of the song Harper Valley PTA. And it was a great movie. And, you know, Jeannie C. Riley was amazing singing. To this day, it still makes me want to dance. I hear it. And I'm like, damn. And I'm not a country singer. I'm a country person. I'm more rock. But I grew up listening to country, you know, so I know all the old country, like the Grand Ole Opry country, the bluegrass country, that kind of stuff from my dad, you know. Lumpia is like an egg roll, he says.
Okay, I don't think that's what she was saying. Oh, well. No, I don't know. One I can't find is those stuffed chicken wings.
Stuffed chicken wings?
Yeah, it's an Asian. It's like taking an egg roll with stuffing.
They put stuff under the breading of the chicken?
They pull a bone out of the chicken wing and stuff it with this roll stuff. Oh, they're absolutely.
You know what? When I bite into a chicken wing, I want meat. I don't know if I want like it's Chinese noodles and all this other crap.
I've looked for it on different restaurant menus on the food channels. Things. Yeah. I can't find it anywhere around here. At least they don't call it stuffed chicken wings. There's a little restaurant back in Appleton when I was there that had it. Stop in. Not cheap. I mean, it was a lot of work. Damn, look good.
All right, guys, more questions. I thought with that question I'd start up a whole, music, question thing, Let's try and stump me. All right, let me ask you another question. Let me
Not
ask you
that
another
many
question.
people into country slang, though, Rich.
Now you got to be into everything if you're into music. Okay, it's
Yeah,
all
I
good.
hear you, as long as it's played well.
Right. Now, how about let's go with a guy that's 6'1", solid white hair down to his waist. Who's that? And what does he sing?
I'm not going to hold my breath on that one. Got a large shellfish pickle.
Whoops World says, Rich, if you're going to cheat on a diet with the gas station sweets, I never do. But where do you stand on blueberry Hostess fruit pie? I love them fruit pies. The cherries, the blueberries, the chocolate. I love the chocolate and the cherry. Them fruit pies are amazing. But I haven't had one in years and don't want one.
I get the little cheap.
Like Whips World, come in with Edgar Winter. He's exactly right. Yes. What does he sing? Come on, guys. Great guy says Edgar Winter. David Smith says his brother Johnny Winter. Need some clues. All right. There was a guy that made life out of pieces of bodies, and he made a life, and he called it this. What was the name of the song? I was at a concert, and it was, I forget what concert it was, but it was also this person plus this person, right? Yes, Whips World, Frankenstein. So I'm at this concert, and it's kicking ass. And then all of a sudden, the spotlight went over to the side, and this guy, this looked like an albino with all white hair, come running out on stage. Okay, come running on stage with big, huge white bells on, and he ran and he hit to his knees, and he goes, Frankenstein! Oh my God! I was like, "What the hell?" I love this. It was just awesome. It was one of the best concerts. It threw me. I didn't know who Edgar Winter was. All I know is this some bitch can play.
I knew who you were talking about right away. Puts on a beautiful show.
Oh, great show! It was awesome.
It's one of those ones I can't remember where I was, but I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I was probably so wasted at the time that. But yeah, it was a great show. It was a great night.
Then after that, my next concert was this was funny. Was a band called Jethro Tull.
Oh yeah.
And I thought it was a band named after the singer. His name is Jethro Tull, and it wasn't. I get up there and this dude Ian is playing a damn flute. What the hell? This ain't rock. Oh my God, he rocked the shit out of that flute. Oh my God, dang.
I saw him play with Papa John Creech.
Yeah.
Fiddle.
Yeah.
Oh, with that Cajun fiddle and the guy and him on the flute. Whoa, that was wicked.
Was it?
Oh,
all I know is he played Locomotive Breath, Cross-Eyed Mary. Cross-Eyed Mary is a song you want to crank loud and listen to. It's amazing. And he just absolutely rocked it on a flute. I'm like, a flute is not rock and roll. He made it rock and roll for sure.
Papa John took that Cajun fiddle of his. He was background on just about everybody that had fiddle.
Oh yeah, and Aqualung too, another one.
Yeah.
Really? Nate says Jethro Tull beat Metallica for best metal song? Wow. I know Cross-Eyed Mary is one of the absolute best songs to crank. I mean, it's just awesome. Mimi says Oak Ridge Boys, but I can't think of the name. I don't know what name you're thinking of.
One guy from Oak Ridge Boys. He's almost a spitting image of the brothers.
Edgar and Johnny? No way. The old guy with the long hair?
Yeah. I
Nah,
mean,
he's not albino. He's just got
no,
silver
I know
hair.
he's not. But he could fit in the, I mean, as far as looks.
I'll tell you what, the Oak Ridge Boys was no slackers.
No.
You know, Elvira and stuff like
Not
that.
by a
And
long way.
to this day, they still rock that song. Contrast New York says Chicago 25 or 624 is a great song to crank in a car. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So I like this. Now we're getting into it.
All right, here we go. Somebody sent
Aw.
$20.
Sue-Ann sent that. She's #1 crown. Sue-Ann's #1 now. Wow.
Yeah.
$20 she sent
Well,
for.
she just sent gas fund for Melissa's ID baby shark.
Yes. Thank you, Sue-Ann. You're the greatest. I don't care what Deb Chart says about you. You're the greatest.
Ooh. I think that charge gonna hold receipt on that one.
You're going to get me back one day.
Yeah, he will.
I'm going to be out there and we're going to be having like a big, hillbilly breakfast. He's going to come up and steal my biscuit.
I'll push you in.
Oh, he might do that too. He won't be the first. He won't be the last. Oh, shit. This is fun. I like talking this old stuff. Let me come up with some more trivia. Let me see here. Something hard, because Whip's here, so he'll know it. Sue-Ann says, nah, he'll be too busy eating.
Are you talking about
Manny Davis says, Rich, my nephew, he is in a band, a lead guitar called the Jerry Bees. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. More power to him. Let him keep it rocking. Let me see. Let me come up with some more trivia here. Shit, I can't. That's too obvious. I can't do that one.
You, Sue-Ann. Cake. Pancake in your case.
All right, guys. There's a song called "Candy's Going Bad." Who plays that? Don't look it up online. Don't look it up online. It's one of my favorite bands of all time. I've mentioned them a million times.
Somebody's gonna look it up online. They always do. They can't stop them.
It's fun. It's cool.
Well, I don't know.
And that's not their favorite song or their well-known song that they're known by. Radar Love was great. Sue-Ann says, Rich, what is the only person, no, not Golden Earring, the only person Ozzy ever showed up as a duet with, not as a lead artist? I would say, what's her name? She's a guitarist. She was in the Runaways. Lita Ford. Radar Love is definitely Golden Earring, but that's not the song I talked about. Candy's Going Bad. Sutton Road Aquatic says Lita, just like me. Oh, we got it. Okay. Damn. Doug, he's the winner. Doug 75-117. The Gods. Hell yeah, I love the Gods. The Gods were my jam. The Gods were how I lived my young life. I loved the Gods. I was up on stage. They were playing at Sabres in the Flats. I think I was 15. And Eric Moore is up there singing this and that, blah, 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 all this stuff. And the lead guitarist put his guitar down, and I grabbed the headstock and I shook it. And then he pulled it out of my hand. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to pull on your guitar. And he put his guitar back down. So I grabbed it again. He pulled me up on stage, and I got to sing the center part, the whole talking part, Now dig up, y'all. Now we stoned to the bone, and we hot and sweaty. Look at us. We're everything your parents ever warned you about. They think we're all junkies. But everybody's some kind of junkie. There's money junkie, booze junkie, dope junkie, sex junkie. And it's one thing that they don't understand. All of us, you and I, we're gods. Gods.
You know,
I got to do that whole center talking area up on a back of a flatbed truck that was playing across the street from Sabres in the Flats on a gravel parking lot. It was the greatest night of my young life. I love this. That was, ever since then, I love the gods, you know, and it was amazing. It was amazing, and you know, I think it was like 30 years later. Gotta keep her running is their favorite, their well-known song. That's what I was just talking the center section of. Anyways, 30 years later, I take my son Richie to see the gods, and they're playing in Akron, and I brought my sister with me, right? I haven't seen her in like 5 years, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're out at this concert. And she grabs us and takes us backstage after the concert. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, come on, follow me. And I'm like, you're going through doors. We're not supposed to be back here. She goes, just come on, follow me. She opened up doors and opened up doors. Next thing you know, we open a door and we're right there with the gods. They're all backstage now. We're like, you know. So they give my son, because I tell him this whole story, how they pulled me up on stage and how I lived my young life. They were my favorite band forever, you know, blah, blah, blah. So they gave my son a God's t-shirt. And then they gave a second one. They all signed it, right? And boom. Now my son has a God's t-shirt signed by everybody in the band, and he has one to wear. And then he goes like this. It's so classy. He goes, all right, guys. Sorry, but it's time for adults back here now. You guys got to go. I'm like, bro, got you. I'll see you later. Thank you so much. I can never, you know, repay you enough for doing this for my son. And out the door we went. And I tell you what, I still have both those shirts today. We just found them like 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
And yeah, it was amazing.
Good story. I should really go get them babies fed.
You can do that. I'm going to stay here and keep playing trivia. Oob Stupid says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. It's not that hard. Let's figure this out.
Took us to say it without the sing song.
You got to say the sing song you with it.
Yeah.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? You got to do it.
Yeah, but if you take the sing song out of it, you can't.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck
You're
could
still
chuck wood?
singing it.
I'm not.
You are.
All right. Come on. Let's come up with some more trivia, guys. Let me go with another one here.
Well, while you guys
Who was the guitarist for Ozzy when he came out with Sabbath Bloody Sabbath?
That's too easy.
Not
While
easy.
you guys are playing trivia, I'm gonna go raid the kitchen.
Okay.
Cake, everybody.
Beefcake, bro.
No pancake.
See, everyone's saying Tony Iommi. You didn't remember Jakey Lee? You know, Zach Wild, any of that? None of that matters? No, it does not. It was back in the days of Black Sabbath, and it was Tony Iommi. I thought I'd catch you guys on a few of that, but no, y'all too smart. David Smith says, not Randy or Zach, but there was Jakey Lee in there too. But it was Tony. I mean, and it was so bassy and so heavy. And then Ozzy came in with this high ass, you know, voice. Oh my God, I love that song. That was amazing. Gray Guy says, name 2 bands Geddy Lee contributed while he was with Rush. Well, one's going to be Triumph. I don't know what the other one is. Let us know. That's a little tough one right there. I loved it when they were featured on the Trailer Park Boys. Oh my God, that was a great show. Oops World said Jakey Lee was such a great guitarist. He never got his due. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many people out there. Like, okay, do you remember Scorpion's first guitarist? It was a dude by the name of John Eli. No, Eli something Uber. He was amazing. John something Uli John Roth. That's his name. Oh my God. Look up a song called, and you have to look this up on the internet. I will turn you on to a Scorpion song you've never heard before that is amazing. Sales of Sharon. Look it up. And the lead guitarist is Uli John Roth. U-L-Y John Roth. Amazing guitarist. And I can't believe they didn't get along. They replaced him because he was amazing. Go listen to Sales of Sharon by Scorpions with Uli John Roth as their guitarist. And you will be like, how did I never hear this before from the Scorpions? You know what I'm saying? David Smith says, TBB is epic. I met Bubbles once in a bar. Nice guy. Really? That would be hilarious to run across him in a fucking bar. Oh, that's awesome. Nate says they play the Sales of Sharon on the radio. Look it up on YouTube and you get to see the video and watch this guy's opening rip. Holy shit, he's amazing. Ah, come on, Depth Charge. Bon Scott. Who was the original singer for AC/DC? That's an easy one. How about this? I'll give you another easy one. The band Kiss. They have a song called God of Thunder. Who's the singer of it? Oh, okay. Dave Evans, their original singer. But they didn't go nowhere. It wasn't until Bon Scott they started making albums. Come on now. It ain't a real band until they put out albums. Whoops World. Gene Simmons, very good. Harley Gem, Take Off to the Great White North. Oh, Bob and Doug McKenzie was amazing. I used to love watching that. I miss them kind of shows. That was amazing. All right. There was a song called Cherry Bomb. Who's the band that plays it? Depth Charge goes, he's still the first singer. Of course, Whip. All right, me and you need to sit down, Whip, because we're going to go through and start, yeah. Susie Quattro, come on, that was on the Bonds. Delta Charlie says, I'm surprised you know Canadian acts like Rush, T.O.B., I don't know what that is, and the Mackenzies, and Triumph. I love Triumph. That was my first concert was Triumph. Just a game tour. That was amazing. Cherry bomb, of course. I'm having fun here, guys. Thank you. This is a nice break away from Tracy and all the problems I have to deal with and all the bullshit. David Smith says, Triumph was awesome. I saw Rick Emmett, which is the lead singer, playing acoustic 10 years ago. Still hit those super high notes. Great talent. Yeah, you know, I don't know what you guys are feeding to people up there in Canada, but every 3-person band that came out of Canada was better than, 5, 6 people bands here, They had such talent. Look at Geddy Lee singing, playing bass and keyboards. Alex Lifeson on guitar, which was amazing. And then you had Neil Peart, the best drummer ever. Them 3 just hung out together and played music, and God dang, we're all better off for it. Holy shit. And then when Triumph came along, oh my God. So talented. Unbelievable. All right, what else? Let's do some more trivia. All right, what rock star quit his band and went and played for another band and changed instruments? He was playing guitar in this band, and then in this band, he's playing bass because both guitarists were better than him on guitar, so he filled in on bass for this band. That's a hard one. That's a hard one right there. Come on now. Not Dave Grohl. Definitely not. Oh, look. Whips came up with, it was Rich Price. It was me. I left Third Degree after 20 years and went and joined Ultraviolence because the singer was better on guitar than I was. He was a lead guitarist, and also the lead guitarist was better on guitar than me, and they needed a bass player. And I left my band and I went and joined them, and I worked my ass off playing these songs because even on that bass, which is, basically everyone thinks, oh, you got a bass, here's a guitar. If you play a power chord, just play one finger for the bass. That's it. It's the same as a power chord. No. These guys were so intricate, so heavy, and so hard. It was like a million changes, and I got pushed to my limits. But I tell you what, when I was on stage with these guys, the hair on the back of my neck stood up because they're all better than me. I'm the weakest link here, And I'm on stage with these guys. I'm like, yes, this is awesome. No, I can't believe you remember that story, Whip. I can't believe it. Wow. You guys need to hear. Shit, I may have some. I have it on here. Oh. Here we go. Let me go to download. Where's it at? Downloads. Here we go. Go to the bottom of that. All right. This is me on bass. I'm going to have to come up to the mic to let you guys hear it. Ow. After I left a band I was in for over 20 years, And it was so rough. It was so hard. I'm working. I'm still working in the background. I'm still working. Hell yeah. I'm going off back there. I had to hit that with my elbow on the keyboard. That explosion. Fade in the darkness of my mind. I hope it sounds good to you guys. I can't hear it. Got any better? I'm getting it. No one can hear it, and the mic's not picking up. Sorry, guys. But you know, I'm no slouch, and I rocked my part. But these guys were so much better than me. I well, you heard the intro. You heard me playing. That was on bass. All right. All right. It's 8:30. I got a little bit of alcohol left. Let's come up with some more trivia here, guys. I'm going to have to actually transfer these songs to the computer so you guys can hear them play. Oh, shit. Not for that. Maritza contacted me here. Says, sweet, we'll see you then. Oh, I guess they're coming over for New Year's. Awesome. Okay, so now Whips World says, here's one for you, Rich. You're old enough that you should know this. Who was the original frontman for Pink Floyd, replaced by David Gilmour? Well, you know, David Gilmour was like the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, but there was a guy before him, Sid something. I forget his name. Sid. Yeah, great guy says Sid. But pretty much everybody knows that. I just don't remember his last name. Oh, Doug put up Sid Barrett. I saw Pink Floyd live, Lorenz. It was 1977 at the Brown Stadium, and they had the airplane come down and fly over. They had the pigs come over. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was a great show. Let me check in on Tracy. Let me go to Williams View. There we go. This one. Okay, nurse is taking care of her. Lorenz says, what was the first country that Pink Floyd played abroad? I would say England. I'm guessing. I don't know at all. Germany or England is what I'd say. Lars Bremen says, do you know Ramenstein in America? Of course we do. See, this is what I like. Us all hanging out, talking together, having a good time, for sure. Hey guy says, damn, Rich, that was my first major concert. Been a Floyd fan ever since. You were at the 77 concert at the Brown Stadium? Great guy? That was an amazing show. I mean, that was amazing. Oh, yeah. And Pink Floyd Animals. Holy shit. Talk about a crankable song. That was amazing. Also, Great Britain was their first concert abroad in the Netherlands. Okay. Learn something new every day. Deb Chart says Ingve Malmsteen is awesome. Yeah, if he could just play a little faster. I mean, that's all. Hey, he'd be all right. Swan says crankable. Oh my God, I haven't heard that in years. Oh my God. Animals was a great album. And you got to listen to, like, I think it was Pigs, Three Different Ones. Is like that song that goes, ha ha, charade, you are. That is such a crankable tune. It's amazing how great it makes your stereo sound. I don't need my phone on because I got a nurse out there. Hey, Whip, when you coming back by? You were coming by once or twice a year before, and now you haven't been here in like a year. Steel Dragon, come on now. Come on now. We All Die Young. What was the other one? The other one was amazing too. We All Die Young and shit, I don't remember it, but yes, amazing. That was with Zach Wilde. Marky Mark was the singer, but he wasn't actually singing. He was lip syncing, for another band. But oh my God, the movie was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. I love that movie. Marky Mark and Jennifer Aniston. What a great movie. If you guys haven't seen it, you got to watch it because Steel Dragon is a made-up fictional band that is amazing. And they came up with 2 great songs. Here, let me show you. Go out of here. Steel Dragon songs. We All Die Young. Oh, they had Long Live Rock and Roll was awesome. Stand Up and Shout was the other one. Holy shit. Go watch go to YouTube and listen to Stand Up and Shout and We All Die Young. They're fucking amazing. Oh, Whit, I'm sorry to hear that. He couldn't come out because the OCA because somebody passed away. His father-in-law passed away, and funeral was that weekend. Manny Davis, I will give you this. Guns N' Roses were my favorite band back in the 80s, 90s maybe, but not now. Axl had an attitude and caused so many problems, and made Slash leave, and you break up that whole entendre of they got along and they made these songs, and you know, and then Slash went to a band called Slither, and holy shit, that was amazing. And I don't know. Whips World said there was a band that had two guitars that played ultra fast and really clean. I can't recall their name though. That would be either Iron Maiden or Judas Priest. Brooklyn Hudson said she worked for GNR. No shit. Whoops World said he never liked them. Oh, come on. You had to like GNR. Damn. Skid Row was great, though. They were great. Except for, their singer just had an attitude to everybody, and nobody can get along with them. I got one more drink, guys. Oh, Sebastian Bach still got a great voice, and that's a fact. It's just he's hard to get along with everybody, and nobody wants him in his band because of it. And that's the problem. People don't see. Why don't you just be cool for this opportunity? No, they want things their way, and they're gonna cause a problem. You fucked up because you could have been in so many bands. Brooklyn Hudson says frontman syndrome, of course. Uzziah Arkansas says, yes, Sebastian Bach has an attitude, but he can wail. Of course he can. Lots of singers have an attitude. And there's where they went wrong every single time. Loren says, a friend of mine played in the tribute band Judas Priest, and the management of Judas Priest didn't like the name play, so they had to change the name. Yeah, I've heard this a couple of times where Priest has gotten involved in that kind of shit, but it don't matter. You know what I did notice with cutting my hair? My hair seems longer now. I mean, it's way down. I was in the shower, and the long hair in the end was stuck in my butt crack. I had to pull it out. But it seems like my hair's gotten longer. This world, Ingve Malmsteen was the same, great talent, but shit attitude. Brooklyn Hudson says Bruce Dickinson, another great voice. Oh, dude. When they found Bruce Dickinson, they hit the mother load. Holy shit. That dude, amazing. David Smith says, thanks for the image. No longer hungry for bacon. What does that mean? What image are you talking about? Suanne says, Sebastian Stage came out and told us in the front, I guess she's saying the front row, not to look him in the eye or point our phone at him or he'll walk away. Yeah, that's a prima donna bullshit fucking attitude, Mandy Davis says, what is your favorite guitar you played in your band? I had an Randy Rhoads RR1 that I actually won in a contest, and it was amazing. It was great. Until I got my Gibson Explorer that I put Zach Wild EMG live pickups in it, and you had to put a battery in. Holy shit, there was a world of difference. I sold my RR1. I think I got $1,000 out of it, and I kept my Gibson Explorer, and now I have a Gibson Les Paul with EMGs, and I have a BC Rich Warlock guitar with EMGs in it. The EMGs are the Zach Wild EMGs, 84 and 85. And you know what? No matter what guitar I pick up, that sound is there. So, you know, I don't need any specialty guitar no more because you put the EMGs in there and it's amazing. The sustain is amazing. The playability, the chunk, the crunch is, oh my God, it's so good. So now I want like a bunch of Zach Wild guitars. He's got a new company and he put out a bunch of guitars and I want a bunch of them. You know, they all come with EMGs in it. So hope that answers your question, Mandy. Summer Lee says, my sisters used to be in love with Sebastian. There were some guys in love with Sebastian. He's a pretty dude. Just saying. Can't blame that. You know, back in the Motley Crue Poison days, there were some pretty dudes. There were a bunch of people, you know, just love them. I'm not gay, but I can see where, you know, you guys are talking about. But Harley Jem said Sebastian didn't age well. I thought he aged very well. I just saw him on a thing the other day, and you know, you can tell he's old, but he's still got that long hair, still got that skinny body, still got that rock star appearance. Sue Ann says he's still hot. Brooklyn Hudson said Brett Michaels on that first album, gorgeous. All right, you know, this is where I went to school. All these girls thought all these guys were hot, and I had to compete. You know, you bitches can't compete with that. All right, I am out of alcohol. I am done. There's my 3 cups, and it is 8:45. All right. So it looks like we're out of here, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun. It was a great night. Thank you. And we'll see you next Friday. Stay fishy, my friends. In the stream here.